read this book, it'll tell you everything you need to know.
There's another N-word we throw around in and out of the black community called nappy. We have taken that word like the other N-word, nigger, and made it a word of adornment. I have heard the word nappy my entire life, which was used to insult, degrade, and hurt someone. This word is a derogatory term that was used in our ancestors to insult people.
Available now.
I love myself.
Same tree, different branch.
I hope you love yourself, because love is only love when you love somebody else.
What hair looks like after slavery. Transatlantic slave trade. The transatlantic slave trade by the European changes everything for Central and West Africans. Let's briefly talk about the transatlantic slave trade. The Portuguese and later the English, the French, and the Dutch got involved in enslaving Africans in large parts of West Africa, the Gulf Coast of Guyana, and the Congo River Basin, were significant areas of human exports to the Americas, mostly to sugar plantations in the Caribbean. By the late 17th century, the so-called triangle trade developed. European ships loaded with guns, textiles, tobacco, and manufacturing goods sailed to Africa slave ports and traded those goods for captives. European slave traders then took those Africans to the New World, where they were sold. With that money, the European purchased staples such as sugar, tobacco, rum, and coffee, then sold for enormous profits back in Europe. The profits was often reinvested in other goods to be traded for captives back in Africa, and so on. If you want more in-depth information on the transatlantic slave trade, I recommend you read Hugh Thomas' book titled The Slave Trade, The Story of the Atlantic Slave Trade 1440 through 1870. This is a thick book, roughly 912 pages, and worth sacrificing some of your time to read. The book is almost the same price as a supersized combo from a fast food restaurant, destroying the image of African hair. Europeans who had traded and communicated with Africans knew the complexity and the significance of black hair. They were often struck by the various hairstyles that they saw within each community. In an effort to dehumanize and break the African spirit, Europeans shaved the heads of enslaved Africans upon arrival to the Americas. This was not merely a random act, but a symbolic removal of African culture. The shaving of the hair represents the removal of any trace of African identity and further acts to dehumanize.
Get this work, nigga. I killed you. Hold up. We gonna get this work.
Merging. Your boy merging. My word surfacing, nigga. I got a different purpose. Different purpose. My word surfacing, nigga. I got a different purpose. I started with $1 in a dream, yeah. I made plays, had to squat up with my team, yeah.
What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Sean P in the place to be, man. Like the show, share the show, tell a friend we live. But before we get going, man, you know what I'm saying? Our boy Chavis done dropped a book that I just showed. Make sure you go to Same Tree, Different Branch. Tap in, support. Get the pre-order in. And we're going to make that thing do what it do. Yep. Don't forget to get African hair. But to Buddy in the chat, they call Pan-Africanism a cult.
Do me a favor. Shut the fuck up.
Don't ever come in my chat with that stupid ass shit, bro. I shouldn't even be cussing this early. but it is what it is. So let me introduce y'all real quick before we get started in the show. What up, Nada C? Let me introduce y'all to the Tempest Warriors, man.
Claim your Africanness. I'm telling you, when you claim your Africanness, you're going to get your mind back. And you're going to get your intelligence back. I'll guarantee you. Education. And when they take responsibility in terms of their own Africanness and their own identity, when they don't spend all of their lives trying to escape from their Africanness, when they don't believe that to be called African is a curse. You see. When they don't run from their Africanness, but they run to it, and they embrace it, and they become a part of it. Let's see what happens to their learning when they decide and say out loud that I'm black and I'm proud, and that I'm African and I'm proud. And if individuals, society exists outside separate from people, that is logically impossible. And it's a stupidity that's perpetrated on the population upon our people, and often leads to serious misunderstandings, both of ourselves and of our situation.
Yeah, man, that's the Tempest Warriors right there, man. New book coming soon. Well, it's pre-order. You can get it. But anyway, man, I'm here to talk a little stuff today. I want to go over a few things, and I want to kind of shed light on some stuff that we're going to continue to see moving forward from a group of people who just seem to be invested in steering people in a different direction. And it's a sad state. I know this is a little impromptu, but it's deeper than rap. You know what I'm saying? It's deeper than rap. So peace to the chat. Peace, Nada C. I see you in the building. Vasa, Infinite Minds was good. Learn to dig to pitch. What's up with you? Even Never Hungry Again and his pseudo-isms. You know what I'm saying? The brother said it quick. You know what I'm saying? So the Pan-Africanist movement wasn't a cult. You see what I'm saying? So Too Smooth was good. Everybody else who will catch the replay, who may come in the chat, peace and blessings to you. I haven't shared the show, so if you want to take this time out to share the show, I really duly appreciate it. I want to get right to it, though. You know what I'm saying? I want to get right to it. So first things first, let's define what a cult is. It seems like some people need a working definition in order to have a conversation, right? So the term cult refers most often to a group of people with usually atypical beliefs. I want to stop real quick because I want to do this right here. I want to look up, you know what I'm saying, atypical. I don't know if you can see it on the screen because I'm using my my Mac, and the additional pop-up I don't think shows up. But atypical basically means it's an adjective, not representative of a type, group, or class. A sample of people who are rather atypical of the target audience. There was somewhat atypical results in May and November. You know, atypical, a lack of social relationships is atypical, unusual, untypical, non-typical, uncommon, unconventional, unorthodox, off-center, anomalous, irregular, abnormal, aberrant. Words like that. That's what atypical means. So again, the term cult refers most often to a group of people with usually atypical beliefs living in relative isolation from the world. So real quick, just within the first sentence of understanding what is a cult, how could a Pan-Africanism or Pan-Africans be living in isolation from the world? I want you to think about that portion of it, or carrying atypical beliefs. Now, what is a cult? They tend to centralize around one charismatic person, a cult leader. One charismatic person, the cult leader. So who is this charismatic person, right? Who is this charismatic person that is running Pan-Africanism? Huh? Never hungry again? You see how this doesn't fit the criteria? What up, Lamar? Peace to you, bro. This doesn't. So who's the charismatic leader? Now, peep what the charismatic leader does. The charismatic leader orders the beliefs, behaviors, and customs of all the other members. Interesting, huh? Many cults stand in as de facto new religions for their followers, but some are irreligious in nature. So that's one definition. So what does the word cult mean? The word cult descends from the Latin cultus, an ancient word encompassing the concepts of adoration, education, and cultivation. At first, it became a catch-all term, for groups devoted to a specific subject. This could be something philosophical and religious, or more mundane and material. By the 19th century, it evolved to mean an orthodox group of zealous and eccentric believers. Hold on. It bummed him out. Jama and Boca, man. Alafia. So, still, the definition of cult remains somewhat expansive. While it's synonymous with the sorts of often destructive movements and bizarre forms of belief, it can also share an ordinary group of people. For example, a movie night may have a cult following, meaning it appeals to the niche group of the people. This doesn't imply anything nefarious about the film itself. So I'm not going to get into all of these, but I'm just going to hit on the characteristics of a cult. Authoritarian control, extremist beliefs, isolation from society, and veneration of a single individual. Now, there are 4 types of cults. You have the doomsday cult, political cult, religious cult, sex cults. Oh, hold up. Stop the show. Stop the show. Stop the show. Let me stop. Yo, so you know I've been looking for you, right? You with the eyes in the chat. You talking about what it do. You. Him. What's up with you, bro? What's up with this whole thing you was doing over there on your platform where you was running around trying to call people the CIA and all of that? What's up with that? What's up with that? You see what I'm saying? See, he expresses a cult-like behavior. The Aboriginal movement is a cult. They have one leader, one teacher, right? That provides them the information that they regurgitate and argue from one show after another. So hold on real quick. Before I even move further within the build, I got to get some shit clear. And since you went on your YouTube channel, right? You went on your YouTube channel defaming my name, my nigga. I need you to hit the link. And we can talk like men. The link in the chat. Terrell says the Aboriginal community, the cult, they act like Trump supporters. Some of them are. Ask me that. Come on the link and ask me at my CIA. Ask me that question. Apparently, you don't know how to do research. Apparently, you don't know how to substantiate your evidence. Apparently, you don't know shit about what you're saying. So hit the link. Hit the link, my nigga. Don't hesitate. Yeah, you go. I don't know if it's on your channel or not. What I heard was you're running around saying you're regurgitating something that someone else said, just being funny on a platform, and you continue to keep saying it. So if you going around and you're saying it to other people on other channels, why come you can't come to me and say it? No, you didn't ask me. You went over there in y'all corner and y'all cut on other platforms, and you said it on other platforms. So why come you couldn't come ask me yourself versus the way that you played that out? So why would you take your assumptions elsewhere versus, you know what I mean? I'm gonna pull up on Sean, and I'm gonna ask him why dude keeps saying that, or I'm gonna ask him this, that, or the third. You didn't do that, bro. You've been hiding for like 2 or 3 weeks. You went on dude's channel and said it. You didn't come to me, bro. And you in this chat, you could have came, hopped on the link, asked me that question yourself before you went on any Abo channel saying that dumb shit. Because y'all are running with a narrative, and it goes right back to what I'm talking about today. And you ain't hit the link. So again, a cult refers most often to a group of people with usually atypical beliefs living in relative isolation from the world. They tend to centralize around one charismatic person who would be the cult leader, who orders the beliefs, behaviors, and customs of all other members. Pan-Africanism can never be a cult. There's no charismatic leader. They're not centralized in one particular area. They don't have that leader. There's no bark of instructions. No one's controlling people's beliefs, behaviors, or customs. Because there's a multiplicity of things that are going on among each other that's helping build towards something bigger than yourself. But with cults, y'all don't have anything. You're an online cult. You don't have no doctrine. There's no doctrine. You got one charismatic leader that y'all hide behind, right? And that leader has a leader, right? And for Tyson, you went on a platform with a brother, right? See, this is how effed up you are, Tyson. You went on a platform with a brother who in bed with another. So you don't know who this is, Tyson? Huh? This is the charismatic leader who has a leader, but he's your boy, charismatic leader, autonomous one and Abo Power. He's their leader. They on platforms and shows with this dude. This dude looking like a charismatic leader. Where my image at? This dude. Let me pull it up. Let me stop sharing. Let me pull it up. Let me stop sharing. Let me pull this shit up. Entire screen. You see Bobby Banger set up. But who is this dude? That's next to Bobby Banger. We know this. But who is this dude? This white dude right here with long hair. Your boy Aboriginal Power and Autonomous One was on a platform with him, and this is where they get all their information from, and he getting it from other people. But you wanna talk down on me. You wanna call me CIA, right? I'm CIA, right? That's what you said. You went on a whole another motherfucker's platform to call me CIA, but you in my chat right now. You won't even hit the link. You won't even hit the link and ask me man to man, but you'll go over there and gossip like a little bitch. You could have came directly to me. You could have got on Not a Coincidence's show the day you heard him, like, hey, Sean, why dude keep saying this? You could have said anything you wanted to say, but you opted out of all of that. This is why y'all are a cult. Y'all have one charismatic leader, the white man right here. This dude. The one that I just put this box around. Him. This is your charismatic leader. Look at his Von Sway. Look at how he's trying to articulate himself in a non-scientific way. He got pseudo written all over him. It's so bad he got a whole channel with your boy name on it. Astrology of the NFL. Really? Symbolic studies of Florida and the Flora de Lis. Come on, man. Not a true story and put people up on this whole symbol shit. Then he does the esoteric elements, Moors, minerals, and the emerald tablets. What the fuck? Holistic Health 101, fruit radiation, vegan agenda. Is he tripping? The American origins of Moorish and Kemetic symbolism. A white man? This dude. Him? I ain't got to get in nothing else. Look at them. Indian Mounds and the Holy Trinity. Really? The Return to Paradise. Like, what are we talking about? On some real ish. Right? And this is where your boys at. You know that channel that you was on where you was over there trying to call me out my name, yo? Huh? This y'all charismatic leader. Here you go. Here go the charismatic leader. Hold on, Bobby. I gotta no, I can't mute you. I can't see him. Here go your charismatic leader right here, bro. Right here, your charismatic leader. No, Andy was making a joke. Andy was joking. Everybody know Andy just be saying things. You went over there and you said what you said. Don't try to flip this on Andy. Don't try to flip this on Not a C. You could have came directly to me and be like, hey, yo, bro, what's up with such and such saying such and such? You avoided all of that to try to go over there and be like, hey, yo, they said your boy is such and such. You ain't got no evidence of that. So apparently it don't even take y'all long to really it don't take long to read something, right? And kind of understand it, right? It shouldn't take y'all that long. It shouldn't take y'all that long to read something to gain some understanding, right? Like, how the fuck could this nigga be that shit? Like, you didn't even take no time to fully understand this, bro. The CIA, known formally as an agency and historically as the company, is a civilian foreign intelligence agency of the federal government. It is a government agency responsible for the collection, analysis, and exploitation of information in support of the law enforcement, national security, military, public safety, and foreign policy objectives. You didn't even take the time, bro, to try to read any of this, bro. These people don't even operate in the United States. You don't even know a CIA agent, bro. So to sit here, right? To sit here and say what you said, bro, on a whole show was crazy. When the CIA was created, its purpose was to create a clearinghouse for foreign policy intelligence. How the fuck would I be on a live stream if this is the purpose? And analysis. Today, its primary purpose is to collect, analyze, and evaluate and disseminate foreign intelligence. So the CIA don't deal with shit on a local level. Everything's foreign. And to carry out covert operations. Counter-terrorism. Non-proliferation of weapons of mass destruction. Indications and warnings for senior policymakers. Counterintelligence, cyber intelligence. What in the flying fuck? And not a coincidence, is actually correct. Tight Sam, you was even in the chat when we was talking about it. Because I said that my homeboy in Memphis was the officer who got caught with the drugs. And you said you remembered the incidents. And that's when Andy said what he said. Not a coincidence, is not lying. He is not lying. That's how that whole thing went down. So why would you run to Aboriginal power and say what you say, bro? You went on a pseudo show to promote a pseudo agenda and to defamate my name, bro. I ain't never did that to you. We can argue information. I never have defamed you. I will never say you the police, ever. I would never do that, bro. But this your leader. So I can understand why you move the way you move. This white man right here. Let me get Unc out of the picture real quick. Let me slide Unc over. Right? This your man's right here. Him. Fake Jesus right here. Because his teacher believes that the Garden of Eden is in the Gulf of Mexico. It's what he teach. But anyway, I want to introduce something to y'all, man. This really old. And you should think about it, but it's pseudo-religion and quackery. All the sources are in the description. I'm not really going to go through everything, but this is what you deal with when you're dealing with cults. So real quick, as we near the end of the 19th century, we can congratulate ourselves on the remarkable advances that have been made in the various branches of medical science and arts. We read these advances in medical journals and metropolitan papers and magazines. Diseases and various afflictions of the quarter and the century were called incurable, are now amendable to treatment. Not only this, but what is still more desirable and satisfactory is that the better understanding of the cause, the etiology of many diseases has been made absolutely preventable. In one particular branch of medicine is the duplex advantage of today over the past, especially noticeable. The pains of childbirth have been removed or lessened by the discovery of anesthetics. But what is of still more importance is the terrible death rate has been eliminated. The complications of disease have the two incidents to maternity have been brought within the category of, and it talks about it, full text. Oh, my bad. Let me go to PDF. Hold on, y'all. I gotta download this. Let me sign in. Y'all can't see that shit. But anyway, what I'm about to get into right now, y'all motherfucking asses, is simple. It's simple. Y'all are crazy. Let me put this on the screen real quick. Pull up the screenshot and stop talking to me. There you go. Who are you daring? Who are you daring? You talking to Lucky? Bro, come on, man. Why would you ask Lucky, bro? Why would you see you deflecting? Why would you ask Lucky when you right here in my chat and you've been in my chat before? You've been in my chat before, bro. Why would you ask Lucky? Why would you go on Aboriginal Power Channel and ask Lucky? It don't matter. All you deflecting. You right here in this chat, bro. If it was bothering you that bad, or if it was on your heart, why you didn't come on my platform? Because I'm pretty sure I did a show since. And you could have asked me. You could have hit the link, like, hey man, I've been meaning to ask you, what's up with this? And you could have asked me. But see, y'all so pseudo over there that y'all think the CIA is funding the black movements and all this information and all these other things. That ain't the job of the CIA. They ain't got nothing to do with no funding or none of that stuff. So I don't understand how y'all are coming up with this pseudoisms and then none of y'all are doing the background information to substantiate anything. You should have known from the gate. Pseudo-religion and pseudo-theology is a derogatory for a non-mainstream belief system of philosophy which is functionally similar to religious movements, typically having a founder, principal text, liturgy, and faith-based beliefs, right? And a lot of the occultist behavior of Aboriginals are centered around pseudo-religion or pseudo-theology. Now, I know you're asking, so what are their faith-based beliefs, right? So when we go back and we look at Old World, right, and some of the things that he teaches, I've shown you here what some of the things that he actually teaches. And a lot of this is inspired and centered around the confusion that comes out of people like Aboriginal Power, Autonomous One, Tight Sam, and many others, Root Words, what's the dumbass, the other dude from Memphis who dumb, Smoke Signal, all the sisters, all of them, they come from this. This is what it comes from. This is the modern, out of the playbook of Madame Blavatsky, marrying all these different belief systems and presenting them to the West as so. This is a detriment to the forward movement of Black people in the America because we don't have an identity problem. We have people failing to recognize an identity and rather being lost. Look at this shit. This guy really teaches bullshit. I can't make this up. And people pay him attention. Top Cap, yeah, him too. This is your leader, bro. This is why you're in a cult. Emerald tablets? The hell is wrong with you Negroes? What is the end game? This is a great question. What is the end game of Aboriginal Power? The leader of the Aboriginal movement is Dan Calloway. We don't know, bro. They don't have an end game. I'm not gonna play one of his videos. I'd be damned if I ever do that. But there is something that I wanna kind of share with people. And I know that not a C, I don't know if you're going live or not. Whoa, not a C, you lying, yo. You lying, yo. Yo. Hold on. Yo, like, nah. Come on. Can't be such. Nah, you lying, yo. You lying on him. I don't believe. I want to play a little bit from the beginning of Nadasee's last live stream. And I want y'all to pay close attention to the behavioral movements and statements that are made by these people that he's trying to have a conversation with.
champ is here. The champ is here. The champ is here. The champ is here.
Hey, so when James Chatter say the first
All your
American,
conclusions.
hold on, wait, hold on, wait.
Yo, don't ask
Hold
me
on,
a question if you're not gonna answer
When
a question.
James Chatter, I'm just putting it out.
You heard what I
there.
said, right?
I don't
You
care
heard
if you
what-
answer it or not. I'm just talking. So when James Chatter say that Naya or the first Americans resemble Africans, Australians, and South Pacific Islands, then that's just to sound perfectly right to me. Because this is what we've been saying the whole goddamn time that we've been here.
When James Chatter says,
I don't care. No, it don't matter. I don't.
Of course
listen,
you don't care.
I don't agree with that. It's the fact that okay. The fact is he made a statement that we was here before.
He
Before
made a statement
the Bering
came from somewhere
crossing.
else.
We was
made a
here
statement.
before
Y'all still
the
came from
Bering
somewhere else.
crossing. No, I don't care about the statement. I don't care about
I know
that.
you don't care because you
If we came from somewhere, okay, if we came from
it's
somewhere,
another logical fallacy.
we came from
I can
somewhere
see
14,000 years
didn't
ago,
promote it,
and
you
we've been on
promote
this,
that.
and we've been on this land for 14,000 years. That only proves what we've been saying the whole time.
That's fine.
You're
That's
cherry
fine.
picking.
If that's
You're
no,
cherry picking. You went all the way around the fact that he said black people was here, and then just said, oh, they might have came from a different homeland. Nobody care about that. Nobody care about that.
No, guess what? All the people in the timeline do. They care because they say, guess what? No, we didn't come from nowhere. Now you switching it up because you know that's what the experts
say that. What people say?
Everybody, y'all always say y'all didn't come from nowhere.
So what? Oh, what people say that?
You say that. You have said that plenty of times. Now you're backpedaling.
It's the fact that
you're
he told the
now
truth,
you're cool
and
with
it was
coming here 14,000 years ago.
already here before modern Native Americans. That's the whole fact right there.
You heard it first.
Yo, look, I'll see you on Friday, brother. You have plenty of time.
Said that y'all came
I'm getting up out of here. This nigga's crazy.
You heard it. You heard it.
Listen, my dude.
Y'all heard it first right here. Breaking that whole bullshit Aboriginal ideology.
I'm break it down again on you on Friday.
A1 said y'all came here 14,000 years ago. Y'all heard it here first. Breaking news, y'all. Fuck out of here. Trying to use some. Yeah, he better run. That's what I'm talking about, Naughty. Exactly. But A1 just said it was cool that y'all just came here 14,000 because he know that's what the experts say. That's why A1 just got the fuck up out of here. That nigga is trash.
I don't know what that man said.
I did my job. You heard what he said. Of course, you got selective hearing. You cherry pick too.
The man said that the guy said we've been here before any Bering crossing and them things. So
no, that's not what happened. That's not what happened.
He needs some milk. I just want to know one thing. You ready? Why the fuck you lying? Why you always lying? Oh my God. Stop fucking lying. Always lying to me. You lying so much. You making it hard for me. Every time you tell me something, I figure that you're lying. Ooh, it's almost like faking. Oh yeah. Yeah, I know you're lying, but you sound excited, and you know that I know that you're lying. Why the fuck you lying? Why you always lying? Oh my God. Stop fucking lying. Always lying to me. You're lying so much.
Brother, it's my sword.
Yeah, right. We're going to go back into the other article, right? And once again, we have another person put emphasis on all humans share large amounts of DNA, which means individual ancestry tests can't reliably trace your genetics very far without other evidence, right? Genealogy tracking has become big business. Now we have another company, another website or scientific website or someone who deals with science or biology, right? We had another one of them
pointing that out. Before they even get into whether or not this shit is real or fake, they already telling you that what the genetic companies are basically advertising it for, right? They're trying to get some money. They're trying to get some money, my dude. And that's what happening. We already see that this shit is pseudo-science.
Real quick. This is what I mean by a cult. This is why I am showing you, not a coincidence is showing you, and it's being demonstrated that the Aboriginal power movement is, the Aboriginal movement is just that. It's a cult. It's a cult. Every last one of them regurgitate the same misinformation from one channel to another channel to another channel. That's indoctrination. They have a charismatic leader who is the white man who thinks he's baby Jesus. Who gets his information from a white man who really thought he was baby Jesus.
We already got too many articles. We already heard too many other scientists. We already heard the works when it comes to DNA. So you should never let nobody present DNA to you as if it's absolute. It can't trace you to no ancestry land. So if it can't trace you to no ancestry land and your ass been here for 400 fucking years, there's no way that they can trace you to Niger, Cameroon, God, no.
He's a liar. You disgust me. How can you live with yourself? You sit on a throne of lies.
Talk about me. What's up? What you want to talk about?
Listen, my man. All right. So look. Let's make some sense out of this, right? So through a 3-hour presentation, right? Everything that I presented was fake.
Yep.
You could debunk everything I presented.
Mm-hmm.
I can debunk the way you tried to present it. You took a lot of shit out of context. You cherry-picked a lot of shit. And your final conclusion, what you trying...
Did I cross-reference? Do I not show more than...
Hold on. What you trying to present to the people, your conclusion is totally off. But go ahead.
All right, so I just want to ask one question. I'm going to ask one question to everybody on the panel. Everybody on the panel, I'm going to ask one question. Is DNA absolute? Hell no.
So look.
Yes.
I'm asking everybody on the panel, and I'm being I'm being sincere about it. Is DNA absolute? Yes or no? Is it absolute? Yes or no? Is it absolute?
Yes.
It absolutely works. Now look. Hold on.
So you niggas are saying, wait. I want to be clear. I'm trying to process this information. Not do like y'all niggas do.
Check this out. I'm gonna show you what. No, you asked the question. I'm gonna answer your question. Watch this.
I'm asking you a question, brother.
You can
Is
ask the question.
DNA absolute? Yes or no?
You can answer.
You showing one of 5 different. Brother, all scientists.
Look, brother. Let me show you what your problem is. It could take 2 seconds. You use this source. It's from 2013. You're trying to use this to discredit DNA, which is bullshit. Because even in your source, it's
so in 2013. So in 2013, when niggas was taking DNA tests, is this information credible?
Read it.
No, I'm not reading nothing, brother. It's my source. I'm not reading. I'm not reading nothing. I'm not reading.
Your source, listen, your source says with the advanced testing, you can provide a general ancestry indication, i.e. Northeastern, Western Africa, or Middle Eastern, and in some cases, even more specific, said David Nichols, director of the DNA Worldwide Group to BBC News. This is your source.
Is DNA absolute? Yes or no?
When I say your conclusions is way off, just because you read something word for word, that don't mean you're not taking the shit out of context. You dead wrong, nigga. That's why you got the fuck up out of here, because you don't want to answer this question.
He left. Yep.
Where did he go?
He ran.
He left because his source killed him. And I was getting ready to tell him. I said, "What happened? What? Yeah, he ran. Of course he ran. He left again? Because what happened? He left again. He left again because he don't want to have to deal with his own source. And on top of that too, we've also gathered. Science has also gathered far more samples since his article. This is ridiculous, bro.
And the
It's
more
like,
samples makes it more accurate. That's it.
I don't
Forensic
trust
uses
scientific
too.
methodology. I don't
Look,
trust
this
it.
is so I don't know. All right,
DNA.
we hear you. So I don't know where these dudes get it from. So this is what Ancestry claims. It says with current technology, like we keep trying to tell them, current technology, Ancestry DNA has on average an accuracy rate of over 99% for each marker tested. How much, like, so when we say, yeah, they're accurate, is it absolute? Is it absolute? Is it absolute? Like, what the fuck does that even mean, man? Like, you want to know if it's 100%? Like, what the fuck? It's 99%. Like,
Yeah, because it's not 100%, but that's about as close to 100% as you can get.
People that just come up here need to see that. They need to see an African, and they need to see an Indian, and they need to see the debate so they could choose a side. Not a coincidence is a major factor in this community, and people don't even know it. Goofy motherfuckers.
So that's one part of a code. I'm gonna show you another one. I'm show you another one. Damn, I skip it.
Is it absolute? Like, what the fuck does that even mean, man? Like, you want to know if it's 100%? Like, what the fuck? It's 99%.
Pretty much led to my demise in the Aboriginal community. Yeah, this what basically got me blocked from everywhere. So I'm gonna play this a little bit for her. Good looking, real rap. Sweet Tech is nice. Thanks, Lakeisha. Yeah, it was nice. Went there this morning. Now I'm here to talk shit with y'all. So I'm gonna play this video for a little bit, probably 20, 30 minutes. You're gonna watch me dismantle everything A1 says. It's pretty funny to see him get frustrated. Other people coming to play Super Saber Ho. But we was on the Aboriginal TV's platform. And he kind of stepped away and I had the screen share. So, you know, I was able to do whatever I wanted to do as far as showing the screen. But let's play this so I can finish eating.
Let me get this off real quick. So like I said, this is the head librarian out of college. So like I said, his first source he brought up, it said the works contain many errors and include numerous fancy tales. And it says both authors, since neither Arnold Monteus nor John Ogilvy had visited the New World, they were reliant on travelers' accounts and secondary sources. That's why it had mad errors. Then he went here to the encyclopedia, and he wants to read about the Olmecs and what they did and all that, and try to act like how old they was. But then I had to come here and show him that this shit in Ghana older than that. Well, then he brought up math. Hold on. Then he brought up math. And then I brought up this, which is it is indeed the oldest known mathematical artifact in the world. So that's three things he shows sources to where he don't know what the fuck he talking about. And all y'all trying to do is deflect from this.
No, actually, I asked you as far as this mathematical thing in the world, how did they decipher it was even have anything to do with math?
Over here on Ab TV channel, he just letting you run your mouth. But at the end of the day, like I said, tomorrow when you get we'll revisit because you just doing a bunch of talk. But you know what though? Don't even worry about it. Everybody, look.
Where's the math at in America?
Look, we asked for buildings, we asked for structures, we asked for civilization. We got nothing.
Yes, you
we
did.
got nothing. We got nothing. We got nothing. You didn't show us
nothing. All right, A1, let me ask you this. A1.
Yeah.
Where did you see that they said that this is definitely a mathematical instrument?
It says it right. It said it.
No, where did you see that they came up? How they came to the conclusion that it was mathematical?
They never came to a conclusion because they don't have no numeric symbols for them to make that conclusion.
Huh?
He
So
relying on a bone with some lines in it, bro. He said it himself it was a bone. Fuck out of
okay,
here.
straight up, that bone can represent a number of bodies a nigga got.
Show me something. Look, all right, okay. You
Hold on. Did you hear what he said?
Brother,
He
you
said,
talking
hold on,
too
stop.
now. You
He said that the bones
you
can
been talking
represent
all
the
this
number of
time.
bodies a nigga got.
You
Kyle,
showing,
can
look.
you repeat that? Hold on, Kyle.
I said that them bones, if we're gonna say that they mathematical, they can represent a number of bodies a nigga got. Doesn't mean that these mathematicals is anything further.
Hold on, if you're adding up bodies, if you're adding up kills, that's math, bro. You're adding
Yeah,
up
that's 29 bodies.
So okay, cool. They still got to.
That's not centuries of so-called mathematics.
Bro, they're still counting it. No matter what, you can't get around that. It's math.
No, it doesn't matter if they count it. They're trying to say that this shit is so old that this shit is the first form of math. They haven't proven why. Actually, they haven't even shown. Well, you haven't shown why they came up to that conclusion.
Look. This is why when they break it down, look at the left column. They
All right, prime numbers. I see menstrual. So these are guesses I seen because of what you was reading earlier. They guessed it match up to the
man. The women, listen, bro. This how dope it is. When they're talking about the menstrual, they count the fucking moon. They looking at how many times the moon come up, how many times the sun rise. Yo, they're literally marking down how many times the sun comes up or the moon shows. They can just look at the moon. Okay, 1 moon, 2 moon, 3 moon, 4 moon, 5 moon. But they're not calling it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They're doing strokes. There's a certain number of strokes. You add up all the strokes, yo, they're showing you this shit. We all know what this bone represents, but these fools, and I don't know how Nada-C does it. These fools, yeah, they was in denial, yo. They don't get it, yo. The menstrual cycle helped us figure out how many days was in a week, my nigga. By how long they period lasts. Farming, or the technique of farming, helped us realize how many, when the sun rises and moves and do all of this and helps with the irrigate, man, come on, planting, man, come on, bro. All of this shit was instrumental. Kyle killed himself though, when he said that could be the number of kills a motherfucker got. That's still math. Still math. No matter what, Nada-C, you had them. It's still math.
The menstrual cycle.
What site is that?
Wiki.
That's Wiki. No, we don't do Wikipedia over here.
Hold on, this ain't.
No. Let them do the wiki.
Hold on.
Let them do it.
This ain't right here. This ain't wiki.
Hold on. Here go my problem. How they gonna tell you what they don't do on a platform when they ain't even got no motherfucking information, yo, regarding the validity of, you know what I'm saying, questioning the source? How you gonna sit here and say we don't do no wiki? We don't do no wiki. Bruh, you listen. You can't tell us what you don't do, bro. Can't tell us what you don't do because you don't know how to qualify a source. You don't. Y'all try to act like y'all know. He brings up the bone, show you the primary. There's no way around it. All he had to do is click on the source, which he did, and bring up the source. Boom, here, it's in your face. Run it.
Wiki is a starter kit.
I was showing you how they had the chart for the math over there, but this is
okay.
this
But
is,
that article
we're
don't
not
have
doing
no
that.
math on it. So you went to Wikipedia, but the article you showed don't even come up with the fact of how they say it's math.
L'os de l'Ebombo. Dans les années 1970, dans les montagnes du Lebombo.
I don't know what.
English, please. English, please.
That was French.
We don't know that.
Yeah.
See, he know that's French. He speak French.
No, I don't speak French. I just know a little bit of shit.
Hey, Limbabo, same thing. They sound the same. You should. I also have 2 videos in the back chat.
Hey, who that?
It's me.
What's your name, bro?
It's Obsidian. It's really Obsidian.
All right.
It's me.
Peace again.
I got 2 videos in the back chat. So in case y'all want to look into them, one's African though, the other one American. So yeah.
Are you African?
No.
Hold on. So they found shit that was 75,000 years ago, but disappeared 60,000 years ago. The map ain't mapping with them bones.
No, it says
exactly.
Many of these artifacts disappeared.
Look, you gonna dig your own hole. We ain't gonna. I'm gonna throw you the shovel, nigga. You gonna dig it yourself, nigga.
Suggesting.
First of all, these are scientific articles. I can't dig no hole.
And they ain't absolute.
All you could do.
They're not absolute.
All you
not
could do
absolute. They're not absolute. They're not. They creating a hypothesis for some shit they don't understand.
No, that's not.
Yeah.
So you can't get past this though.
Brother,
So
they can't even
you
explain how it's
past
math.
This is embarrassing.
They can't even explain how
It's
it's math.
embarrassing.
Nigga, you can't get past that.
My question is, you really got to show how they determined that this was a mathematical artifact, though.
I don't. Listen, I showed.
No. You claiming it, you using that. You got to show how they came up. You got to show how they decided that this was mathematical.
Bro, I don't have to. It's according to.
Especially the math that they're saying that it equals.
How the fuck we supposed to accept the bone, nigga? It's just goofy shit you showing.
Can you read that, please? It's not me
pull
saying.
the bone. Nah.
Come on, let it go.
All right, let's
man.
pull up that Universal Book of Mathematics. Let's see what we got.
No,
let's pull up that source.
Nothing. All y'all want to do is deny.
Nigga showed us.
I'm not denying nothing. I want to see on how they came up to their determination.
Kyle, let me talk to this man.
Look, this nigga showing you a bone. He trying to get.
He said, "Why are we accepting the bone, yo?" He literally said that. He's showing you a bone. Why would we accept a bone? Was they supposed to be writing on paper? Show y'all something. Y'all see this? Mathematical treasure. Ishango bone. This what he want? Let me zoom in for y'all. What we talking about? What we talking about? It's in a fucking museum. Middle Stone Age. $20,000 to 20,000 years old. It's bone, yo. They were smart enough to use a bone and make markings in it. This dude said he's showing us a bone, yo. What the hell else was they supposed to use 20,000 years ago? A cult denialism, cult-like behavior.
A bone and a 6-foot wall, and he gonna try to equate that to what was being presented earlier that we had in America.
A2, I don't know how you got out your corner. You
look.
Math in America.
Listen,
I don't know how you got out your corner.
Listen.
Go back to
you
your
already
corner.
forfeited. You forfeited by showing
Go
this.
back to your corner.
Dude, not a conscious. Let it go, bro.
You
Let
not
it
as funny as
go.
hell.
Yo, this nigga
Let it,
forfeited, yo.
not a conscious. Let it go, bro. We got 2 other videos to show. Come on, man.
First of all,
right,
we
can't let it go.
We lost this bet. We lost this bet, man. You lost this bet already, man. We got 2 whole videos coming up. Come on.
Everybody say you lost already. Not a coincidence there.
Yo, Lightning America. I will play the video, but you gotta ask Ad TV because I don't know if you're gonna get strike or not. I don't know what's in that video. You gotta talk to him about that, about playing a video. I know niggas don't like to just play videos. So.
You get some. Hey, look, you get
that's a good look.
So I'm not just gonna pull up a video and play it like that. So
this is mad.
As long as we say fair use, it should be no issue.
But this is his channel. I heard him. Listen, I heard him say before that if you're gonna play a video, ask him first. I heard him.
Oh yeah, okay. Yeah,
I don't want him to get no strikes.
All right, not a coincidence.
I don't know what come after Ghost. We'll come after
All right, let's move on just a little bit past that part that you got highlighted, right? What does may have been mean to you?
It means it's highly likely.
Highly likely?
That's what it means to me.
Highly?
Highly?
You said it. What it mean? Yo, bro, what was the question again? Say your question again, so I know I'm answering it right.
What does may have been used mean to you?
All right. So to me, when I read it, to me, it means it's likely to happen. It's likely to be true.
Okay.
Why were they playing with this man? Why were they playing with not asleep? Can y'all see the screen? Can y'all see the screen? The Ishango bone, the world's first known mathematical sieve and table of the small prime numbers. This paper aims to show that the Ishango bone, one of 2 bones discovered in 1950, buried in ash on the banks of Lake Edward in Dominican Republic of Congo, formerly Zaire, after a nearby volcanic eruption, is the world's first known mathematical sieve and table of small prime numbers. The bone is dated approximately 20,000 BC. What in the 2 fucks is they talking about, yo? The rest of the world has moved on, but the Aboriginal community is stuck at its Ishango bones.
Okay, so all right, in which case African women may have been.
Okay, can I ask you a question though?
All right.
So when you read this part, what does that mean to you?
How you want to ask the nigga?
Again, that comes back to me. How did they come to that conclusion?
Hold on, no.
No, I need. No, that part is very important.
See, he never answered. He never answered questions. He just go ahead and try to debunk some shit.
Stop.
Nah, you stop.
I clearly answered. Power. He wants to ask me a question in his.
Hey, people, look.
Nah, bro. No. Because once again, bro, if I brought this up to you, you would be doing the same kind of question that I'm asking you right now.
No, I wouldn't.
Yes, you would.
So bring something up to me and let's see.
The phone.
No, look. Now bring something up. Comparable. Let's go. And let's see how
I can't do a comparable because it's on your channel where me and you was chopping it up and it has nothing to do with this topic right now. So I can't do that.
So then why are you bringing it up? I don't get it.
Because again, I want to see how they came to their conclusion. That's all I'm asking you. I'm not asking you. I'm not saying it's right. I'm not saying it's wrong. I just want to know how they came up to their conclusion.
He just pulled it up. He don't know.
This is how.
He thought we just was gonna be, oh shit, a bone with some lines in it.
Kyle, how long I've been showing this bone?
It's
for years,
a bone with some lines in it.
That's facts, yes.
Oh, no,
but at the same time, come on, bro. It consists of 29 distinct notches that were deliberately cut into a baboon's fibula.
Bro, how long?
They don't know how that happened or why it happened, let alone.
Right, cool.
The baboon bone to
How
count
long I've been
with.
showing this?
That sound like some African shit.
Now you had this for a minute, but I'm saying
that might be from the 1900s, man. That might be from the 1900s, nigga.
I just pulled this up. We know
Look, that might look, that might be from the 1900s, bro.
Yo, I have a theory. I have an interesting theory.
Where you from?
That song with the America.
All right.
I have an interesting theory. That bone you talking about with the 25 skid marks on it. What if there was a whole tribe, right? What if there was a whole tribe that had bones like that? Yes.
Yeah.
Sound like y'all got like a little nervous laugh and shit. So
nah, that shit was funny.
Hey
so
man, we laughing
back,
bro.
In America,
this shit it's funny, bro.
Nah, my bad, bro. I didn't mean to cut you off, but yeah, back to your 29 skid marks.
A2, why'd you come out your corner without a source for something older in America?
Let bro finish up his question that he had.
A2,
nah.
You want to keep talking.
Look, hey, we want to see a castle in the town, houses or something. This bone you showing us is from the 1900s. This is some real African shit. Look, this is what Africans was doing in the 1900s.
They counting on you right
now. On the baboon leg.
It's a body bag. This shit was so bad.
No, nigga, it's a gun bag.
He left.
No, that bone belongs to a tribe or something, bro. It belongs to a tribe. Name a tribe that it belonged to. 25 skid marks on a bone. Imagine.
Did they name a people that in a region that could be associated?
Why you asking him?
I haven't seen, but the only time that I see you put to a people is where they call it Ishango bone.
So look, he pays attention. That's why I asked him A2. Because y'all niggas just hear shit and don't be hearing shit. Kyle would just be playing. He really be trolling y'all. Like, he come up here and just laughing.
Listen, he can't troll us, brother. He can't.
Nah, I just stay in my lane.
He pays attention.
Ishango tribe, bro. So you saying that?
Man,
so
listen,
that old
that divide and conquer shit ain't gonna work, nigga. Get
talk
back
about
to
the old man.
What the fuck is it? A baboon?
All right, not a coincidence. Don't call him A2 because there was an A2 that was already around prior to him. Nah, A1 been around, but A2 came after A1. And
I don't listen. He's A2 because he's not A1 no. He's not
a
A1.
bitch. I'll be A2. You a bitch.
He is not. The shit he brings is not
A1.
So you saying that the Ishango tribe?
Let's not do all that.
So you saying that?
Shut him down.
Don't call me out my name. He's a bitch ass nigga.
Shut him down.
A1, I learned to calm myself down. You know, when niggas call me out my name. So yeah.
So you saying that the Ishango tribe is older?
I ain't gonna tell you how to act.
This nigga's not A1 no more.
Are you saying that Are you saying the Ishango tribe is older than that there bone that you talking about?
No, but I'm saying this mathematical instrument is older than anything in America. Now show
me.
Nigga,
that's the bamboo leg, nigga. With
that's why I was asking you.
Show me it's not.
Oh, not a coincidence though.
Ishango tribe, bro. It says Ishango bone, so it must tie to a tribe, right? Why do they call it the Ishango bone? You got to be a tribe.
Look,
hold on a second. Not a coincidence. You try to say that this is the oldest, but again, you have to come back to showing us how they came to the conclusion that this, number one, was even mathematical. And number two, that this is the oldest so-called mathematical artifact.
Bro, listen, like I said, the universal book of mathematics says it.
Let's go to it then. Let's see why they say it. Let's dig down. No, we can't just stop at the surface. Let's dig.
You want to see how they know it's a mathematical
Why don't
instrument?
y'all show me some math in America older
No,
than
you don't
this?
pull up a fucking bamboo leg and talk about with 29 lines on it and talk about it's the oldest mathematical instrument ever.
When y'all gonna admit? When y'all gonna admit y'all don't have nothing? I don't have nothing.
Y'all don't
have nothing. Older than that?
So look, everybody's watching and they see y'all don't have nothing. Y'all know that, right? All they see y'all do is
he said it's like a
calculator. One thing.
Lay a bone with some lines on it. It's like a calculator, right?
Not one thing.
Hey, so how does it calculate?
Hey, A2.
Oh, my name ain't A2. My name is Ahanu, bro. Don't listen to this Yo,
oh, my bad, man. I'm sorry.
Yo, you
it's Han.
Well, you were still right. A1. Go ahead.
Yeah. Okay. They said my mom. Before I got into the American Indian, she was showing me some research on that the first language started in Africa by the Bushmen, again in South Africa. Basically, what the same place this nigga get this doggone bone from. I don't know why they gotta start down there. That man, they going the way of the out of Africa theory. I noticed that.
Brother, this nigga is a Pan-African, brother. I don't know. Did you realize that? That's the reason why he's showing us a bamboo bone with 29, what you called it the first time? Lines in.
The Lumbumbo bone, one of the oldest mathematical artifacts known, a small piece of the fibula of a baboon found near the border cave in Lumbumbo Mountains between South Africa and Swaziland. Discovered in 1970 during the excavation border cave and dated about 35,000 BC, the Lumbumbo bone is marked with 29 clearly defined notches. This suggests it may have been used as a lunar phase counter, in which case African women may have been the first mathematicians because keeping track of their menstrual cycles requires a lunar calendar. Certainly, the Lumbumbo bone resembles calendar sticks still used by Bushmen in Namibia today. Also see the Ishango bone. So, let's do this by African family members. Let's copy this line right here. Let's go on Chrome. Let's throw this line right here in that. Now, I'm gonna share my tab. I'm just gonna pull up the first thing. You wanna know what the last book is? He already told you what the book is. It's the Universal Books of Mathematics. The same source comes up out of here, so we don't want to use that. All right, cool. Let's see if we can get an image of the Lumbumbo bone. Not the Ishango bone, the Lumbumbo bone. Looks like the Ishango bone, but it's not. Two different places. This was found 20 years after they found the Ishango bone. That was in the 50s. This was in the 70s. But what's even funnier, there's another bone out there that exists, showing you that Africans been on this shit. You got the Lumbumbo and the Ishango. Then you have some other ones that come in, well, you know, behind that. But I don't want to play games. Now, the coincidence is correct. title of the book right here, if you can see it. Here's the title of the book. Top left-hand corner. I'm gonna take y'all all the way back. Here's the book cover. Let me zoom out. The Universal Book of Mathematics. The Universal Book of Mathematics. What are we talking about? My bad. Yeah, it is. It's in one of the books, volume 1. The Universal Book of Mathematics, from Abracadabra to Zeno's Paradoxes, from A to Z. We ain't even gotta play the games, yo. Give it up for Africa. Give it up for Africa. What we talking about? So they want to talk about bones. The Lubumbo bone on top, the Ishango bone below. The Lubumbo bone up top, the Ishango bone below. 2 different places. Same results. Let's just say it like that. 2 different places, same results. 2 different places, same results. 35,000 and 29,000 years ago. 20 to 25,000 years ago, and approximately 30 to 35,000 years ago for these bones. What are we discussing? Who the Bushmen? The San people. What are we discussing? We know what's going on. This is back when fire was a technology. They sitting here arguing with this dude up and down about this bone, yo. And ain't got no counter argument or nothing to refute what he was putting on the screen. And he got both of them up there, the Lubumbo bone and the Ishango bone. That's the sad part. Hold on, y'all. Shit, I thought I was saying this shit.
Carbon dating. That's how they came up with it.
All right, go ahead.
If you ask how did they come up with it, I'm telling
Got
you
you.
how. Right? And then now they talk about the distinct marks, right? And just like they talk about this with the limber bone, and just like with the Ishango bone, they broke it down for you, bro. I don't know how to tell you.
Yo, no, the
Nah, because like straight up, they could have been marking off how many days they didn't eat.
It don't matter. They still counting, bro. What the fuck?
Don't know what the
That's counting, but again, it doesn't mean that it's actually mathematical.
Bro, any counting is math. What the fuck is you talking about?
No, yes, any counting is math.
Stop,
but the math that they're trying to say that it is not the math that it actually is.
You need to stop. Y'all need
no,
to see
ain't no need to stop, Managa, for real. Let's put it like this. They're saying that this is a bone that we assume is mathematical. We see these certain marks on here that look like they were done deliberately. They were marking off something. Yeah. So being as if they were marking off something, we're going to say that there was mathematics involved. Hold on, let me finish. No, let me finish. Let me finish.
Kiowa. Archaeologists have long used carbon-14 dating, also known as radiocarbon dating, to estimate the age of certain objects. Traditional radiocarbon dating is applied to organic remains between 500 and 50,000 years old and exploits the fact that trace amounts of radioactive carbon are found in the natural environment. Now, new applications for the technique are emerging in forensics thanks to research funded by the NIJ and other organizations. In recent years, forensic scientists have started to apply carbon-14 dating to cases in which law enforcement agencies hope to find out the age of a skeleton or other unidentified human remains. This is the answer to Kiowa's question. How did they come to the conclusion, or how did they date it? This is what they used to date it. How they come to the conclusion is because hold on. Let me let it play. Let me let it play.
Let me finish. Then you go into the diatribe. So again, they found this bone with certain marks that they say were deliberate marks that were made. And then they said, oh, well, they were counting something off. So by them counting something off, that means mathematics. How did they determine which type of mathematics they were using on these little certain marks that were deliberately made?
Now, you heard Kiowa ask this question. Here we go. Back to the case in point. The three columns of asymmetrical group notches imply that the implement was more functional than decorative. The Ishango groupings may have been used to construct a numbers system. The central column begins with 3 notches and then doubles to 6 notches. The process is repeated for the number 4, which doubles to 8 notches, and then reversed for the number 10, which is halved to 5 notches. These numbers then are not purely random and instead suggest some understanding of the principle of multiplication and division by 2. The bone may have therefore have been used as a counting tool for simple mathematical procedures. Furthermore, the number of notches on either side of the central column may indicate more counting prowess. The numbers on both the left and the right are all odd numbers, 9, 11, 13, 17, 19, 21. The numbers in the left column are all prime numbers, 10 and 20, which form a prime quadruplet. While those in the right column consist of 10 plus 1, 10 minus 1, 20 plus 1, 20 minus 1, the numbers on each side of the column added up to 60, with the numbers in the central column adding up to 48, Both of these numbers are multiples of 12, again, suggesting an understanding of multiplication and division. Alexander Marshak examined the Ishango bone microscopically and concluded that it may represent a 6-month lunar calendar. Claudia Zalowski has suggested that this may indicate the creator of the tool as a woman tracking the lunar phase in relations to the menstrual. 2 different perspectives grow independently for each on their own merit. I don't understand why they not listening to this shit. But go ahead, Odyssey. Explain it away.
Your article doesn't say anything about that. So since they can't show on how and why the mathematics on this so-called bone were made, we just got marks on the bone.
Man, you keep going into deep waters, bro. They have the first math, and where are their inventions? It's so
They ain't got no invention. That's what I'm.
That part.
That's
bro,
but listen.
just keep it down here, bro.
Kyle, listen, Kyle, you letting them.
So he want to talk about inventions, right? Okay. Bone setting. Yes, you heard me. Bone setting. What you think happened when people were breaking bones? Heart surgery. Removing the brain. Coming up with ailments to treat headaches, toothaches, fix your big toe, dentures. You said, what have you done? You asked him about what have they invented. Africans have a long history of inventions. A lot of that is just off the top of my head. But I'm going to take you to a site. I don't know why this has to continue to keep coming up, but it is the American Society for Biochemistry and Molecular Biology. What do you think is going to show up with these Africans in these categories? Math, astronomy, metallurgy and tools, architecture and engineering, medicine, navigation. That's some. There's more. There's more. Art, writing. Wrong side. Well, man. There's more, man. Y'all ain't looking for the answer. Y'all want to sit here and chastise him on the show, and you can't even handle what he's saying. But go ahead, Odyssey.
Him go off his point. We want to see structures and buildings. I don't want to see.
We still on that.
No, I don't want to see no motherfucking stick.
I'm not even trying to.
I don't want to see a stick, nigga, that you can't even tell us how it's a mathematical instrument.
Are these
you can't even tell us, nigga. You stupid, nigga.
Coincidence, bro. For real, bro.
Okay, so what is that? So what is that? Well, what are you showing?
Is that not weird?
Showing us, brother.
Anyone you breaking up?
Not a coincidence. Is that not weird that they had the Sally stick and they just don't got no inventions, that they don't got no toilets, no aqueducts?
No. You're saying they don't have inventions. Who said they don't? This is y'all. Y'all are coming from a.
Yeah, you ain't showing nothing. We don't even know what we looking at.
Y'all are coming from a place.
What is
I ain't gonna lie, that shit look like a bunch of furnaces. Like you better burn a bunch of bodies.
It's always gonna look like something you don't want it to look like. What
I
does
don't
this
know
look
what
like?
it is. I'm just saying what that look like.
Nothing too. Everything looks like nothing to you.
You don't know what it is. Nigga, you can
Any
show
evidence?
images.
No, you don't know what it is. Nigga, I showed you all
You
this
thought
shit
we was
earlier.
gonna accept some bullshit.
Right?
What is that?
No, I
Show us
showed you
another
all
view.
this shit
All right, let me
earlier.
see another view of it.
Showed
Let
you
me see
all
another
this shit
view of it.
earlier. No.
Let
So,
me
A1,
see
you-
another
no,
view
shut
of
up.
it.
Go back to
Let me
your
see
corner,
another view of it.
Why
He
would you
keeps
bring
showing
this
that
book up?
same picture, yo.
Why would you bring this book up? Go back
No,
to
he
your
keeps
I got a
corner.
question.
So
Hold
what
on.
would you name?
Right?
What would you
Show
name
us
an
Hold on.
invention to be?
Show
What would you
us
name
Hold
an
on, y'all.
invention?
Show us math.
This fool keeps saying, what would an invention be? He's giving you an invention, mathematics. It's all over the fucking continent of Africa. They don't even acknowledge it as an invention. They're asking not a coincidence. They're saying not a coincidence. You're not showing us an invention. This motherfucker just showed you two bones, one from 20 to 25,000 years ago, another one from 30 to 35,000 years, 35 to 30, well, 30 to 37,000 years ago. And you finna tell him that he ain't showing you shit? What do you want him to show you? You don't get the Latin script. You don't even get any of these other scripts without Metal Nature. Ain't that something? Ain't that cold? You don't even get these other scripts without Metal Nature. What are we talking about, yo? But this goes back to the theme of the show. This goes back to the theme of the show. The cultish leadership of the Aboriginal movement. They ain't got no logic, Chavis. You putting too much into them.
Older than this A2. Or don't talk, nigga. Go back
Not
to
a
your
coincidence.
Not a
Okay.
coincidence. You gotta come harder than that, bro. Because that's
Not a
you can't
coincidence.
stand on that and try to use that as show me something older.
Listen.
Because you're not showing on how they determine that is old as man.
Listen, I'm not saying it.
I know you're not, but I'm saying if you want to stand on it, you gotta show why they say it's the oldest.
He don't know why.
I told you.
I'm not saying it is. I'm not saying it's not. I just want you to show why.
Kyle, it has taken 30 minutes for this nigga just to answer the question.
No, I'm waiting. There's nothing
This
that
is what he always does.
Y'all break the math, no.
Hey, look, how many times we gonna keep on? Look, how many times we gonna keep on practicing the definition?
All you gonna do is
Everybody
go do
keep
this.
asking him the same question. He not
Okay. Okay. Not a coincidence. Instead of a bone, right? Why not a rock? What difference does that make?
It was a bamboo.
Instead of a bone, instead of a bone, what about a rock?
Why not a real calculator? The inventors, they the masters.
But they was using them same bones to
Instead of
why not a real calculator?
Yo.
These niggas said, why not a real calculator, bro? We talking about 20 and 30,000 year old technology, yo. That's why I said earlier, fire was new. Writing was new. Hell, even fucking speech to a degree was new. These motherfuckers, boy, I don't know how you do it, not a C. I don't know how you do it. I don't know, bro. I ain't surviving that, yo. I ain't surviving that. Let's hit them. Listen more of this dumb shit.
If one wants to say that, oh look, you made zero, but this is the guy that
Yo, that nigga they would do those same bones. Look, And
this is the guy that made y'all encyclopedia. Look.
Hey, look.
Emery.
It don't matter. 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 Hey, look, whoever that guy is, that Mestizo, thank you, Mestizo, man. Thank you. Thank you for bringing that book.
And I'm trying to keep the vibe mellow.
Look, he said he did it for.
Thank you. What's his name? Ain't not a coincidence. What's his name?
Emery Dean Kiyoki. That's your.
Thank you, Emery Dean Kiyoki.
That's your God right there.
Thank you, brother, for putting together that marvelous piece of literature. Thank you.
That's your God right there. But let me show y'all something.
Now, nigga.
Watch this.
You don't want us to pull up the nigga who got that stick with the lines on it or the skid marks, nigga. What he look like.
Let me show y'all something.
The same type of person that gave you the term Africa. So what?
Hey,
now you want to put up some damn encyclopedia.
This nigga's so stupid, right? The nigga, look, they probably found them bones and they just start scribbling on them. And they did that as a joke to show how primitive Africans are. Because you can't show us no structures, nigga. You showed us a 6-foot wall. You keep showing us the same view of the same building. You have no other pictures of that building you showing.
That's it sound.
No other pictures. You have no other picture. You keep showing that same view. Like, look at this. Yo, you the funny
inventions,
man.
Any inventions, bro? Please.
You're a funny guy, bro. You're a funny guy. The invention is that the fucking bones with the lines in it that goes through Africans' nose.
Niggas.
They put the bones in their lips, their nose, everything. You are.
All right, so listen, I'm gonna stop right here because I got some questions for the Aboriginal community. Right? Since you niggas want to talk slick, right? You want to talk slick? You want to get real slick, right? That's what you want to do. You want to be disrespectful, right? That's what you want to do. That's what you want to do, right? Explain this shit to me, yo. Explain this shit to me. Watch this shit. This is the debate between some Abos and Israelites. And this motherfucker, Chief Jonesy, is smoking something out of can, yo. They say he's smoking crack out of can, yo. They say the man smoking crack out of can. This is an Abo. Look at him. Look at him. Crackhead. The fuck is he smoking out of can, yo? But you want to sit over here and insinuate some shit, build a narrative, and you don't even understand technology. You don't even understand advancement, civilizations, or none of that shit. Explain why your man is smoking crack in the middle of the debate. You unstudied motherfuckers.
At a powwow, you think that this is what your people were doing. It's because most of the Black Indians that this shit get their information from these Native Americans. And then they go back and teach this shit back to us. And then I don't know where Ab TV at, letting you run the channel and do all this shit, man. But that's how I have. You let this nigga do this to us, man.
Yeah, I hear a double voice going on.
Hold on, listen.
Video. Look, he playing a video. Teaching it to the people.
Oh, pull it back on the big screen.
You're definitely making a good point here. I want
Not
to highlight
showing
that.
nothing. Look,
that brings us to this book that you all teach out. That's written by this man, Emery Dean Kiyoki.
Thank you.
And this
Yo, look at that bell pepper though.
Isn't that what you were just talking about? Where people are teaching Native American elders, mongoloid looking people?
I just want to ask homie who his people is for real, because that bell pepper says a whole lot.
Few steps back,
the reason why he wrote the book could be attributed.
Look, the reason why you put this, these are the type of videos you make, you fucking geek.
Let's not do that.
Yo, this logic's fucked up, yo. He ain't got no logic. What up, not a sleep?
What's good? What's good? Yeah, he ain't got none.
Hey,
These
man.
guys, they ridiculous. But yeah, what's good, bro?
I'm about to do a documentary on your ass, yo. Surviving the Abo. God damn, not a sleep.
I got mad shit. Like even that one right there, that I was probably on there with them for like 3 hours. We went from Martin Luther King to Malcolm X to we seen the Ishango boom, and then he finally left when I brought up Benjamin Banneker.
Well, yeah, that was the nail in the coffin.
Yeah, but through all in all, they never show anything. They just deny everything you show. Well, that's the only tactic.
They had no way to, They had no way of refuting the Ishango bone. You talking about bringing something older than what they can even fathom, yo.
Or older than what they have for evidence of people in America. So
right,
they can't get past it.
Nah, they just make it up as they go though.
Yeah, so, but like we trying to figure out, like we asking about is it a cult or not? Because it's like they just have all this same illogical thinking.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like how they all falling for the same bullshit. Like even somebody watching that, if you was on the fence or you was an Abo, you would be looking to see somebody bring something to combat that instead of just asking a million questions.
Yep. Well, shit. How they can't do nothing with nothing, man.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So that if you was watching that, you would see like they just bullshit as an Abo, or you just trained to not even care. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, they was denying the hell out of every goddamn thing. I was like, what the fuck? Yo, do you know what this is, yo?
Like they trying to explain it how it's not math, but explaining it being math at the same time. Like Kyle, he's crazy. He's like, it could be kills, it could be this, it could be a number of this. Well, it's still counting.
He says math. You just kill him. Your whole logic, you dumb mutt.
It's still counting, man. You can't get around it, man. Word, if it was a calendar, it's still counting because you have to add up the days to get to the next month. You know what I'm saying? Or next cycle.
Right. Like, what would make them like? What was the use of them being able to do that? They're like, oh, well, how do you know that's how they came to that conclusion?
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. So there's like an hour. We talked about that shit like an hour before that, and I read it all to them. You know what I'm saying? So they understand that it's supposed to come from women counting the menstrual cycle and things like that. They just don't like the word may have. And that's their problem with every science thing, because they're not going to speak in absolutes. That's how they talk.
Mm-hmm. Nah, that's a fact all the way, yo. Ain't nothing getting around that. It is what it is. So it makes absolutely no sense for them to be able to deny that. Like you can't just say. You can't deny evidence. You have to be able to, you know what I mean? You have to show something that will supersede that.
Yeah, exactly. That's the whole thing. It's about showing. They think they could just talk it out. Like they can talk it away. You can't do that. It don't work like that. So I don't know. I don't know what we're gonna do with them.
Bill said he vehemently disagreed. He said that's the white man's knowledge. This boy's crazy. Yeah, you gotta falsify it, yo. What up, Callie? It's good.
Yeah, that's a fact, Charlie. You have to falsify. Callie, what's good?
What's happening, fam? Oh man, I don't know how y'all did it, man. Do it, man. I went to Real Rap channel yesterday and they were just talking crazy, bro. I can't stay on that pretending shit for too long, bro. I argued with some folks on Facebook, on YouTube. I asked this channel, I think it's like Real Native American Aboriginal, whatever the fuck that shit is called.
Listen,
Dude
real
threatened to
rap.
block me. I sent you the screenshots. I'm like on IG, I'm like, man, dude threatened to block me because I was showing them real evidence and shit. He was saying I was getting upset. I'm like, bro, how am I getting upset? I'm just showing you facts.
They
And
try to
every
say you
time I
get
would,
emotional.
and then every time I would post like new information. He started removing the comments and shit like that. That shit crazy. But yeah, on Real Rap channel yesterday, I think it was one of the Aboriginal Mac. This dude was saying that uh, that black folks, we lost control of the U.S. on a technicality, like it's still ours and some crazy ass shit. I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about, man? And then there was another dude in the chat room. He was saying that how the reason that the Civil War started because of white slavery. I'm like, man, this shit crazy, bro. I don't know how you listen to that shit every day. Not a coincidence. I don't know how you listen to this shit. This shit crazy, bro. How do you listen to that shit and not turn this shit off? It's ridiculous.
I mean, listen,
Trying to argue.
some days I do. It depends on their topics. When they get on like especially when like the white slavery Civil War shit, I'm on that shit. Anything that's really, you know, Black American history, that's what I really focus on because they go far left. I don't really fuck with all that other shit. But yeah, you mentioned Real Rap. He's done. He had an assignment. I think Sean, you was there. We asked him, you know, where's your Abo ancestor? Where's the Indian at? He comes back with, because remember his last name is Senegal on his mother's side. He comes back with a full-blown African that's telling a narrative of how he got kidnapped from Africa. And then
Well, he says he says he has a DNA test coming. Yeah, he has a relative with the last name of Senegal. I was like,
no,
bro,
listen,
you say you go ahead.
he's African. It's his like fourth great grandfather from Senegal, straight from Senegal. He tells the story. And then they talk about how they wanted to keep the last name Senegal to remember they're from Africa. Because one of the sons got sold away, and the father told him to make sure that he changed it back if he ever can. And
You know, before we had the discussion with him, ain't not a coincidence. Before we had the discussion with him, I told him about 3 weeks ago. I said, you know that a lot of Senegalese were actually sent to Louisiana, so especially when the French had control of it.
Yeah.
And he said, and he was just kind of just sitting like he didn't really say had much to say, but I'm like, it's a good chance that you have Senegalese ancestors, and now you like I said, you just proved it.
He does. He proved it. He talked about it, but he tried to flip it. Like I don't even know how he tried to flip it. The shit was weird, but
Well, he got a DNA test. I can't wait till that shit come back. It's gonna say like 80% or like at least 77% West African.
Are you sure that he took the DNA test? Did he show?
No, it's on the way.
Okay, so
it's on the way. He just paid for it. It's on his way. It should be coming probably sometime next week.
You seen the receipt?
I need
but I'll go get it from him. He don't usually lie to me about stuff like that. He'll usually show me evidence, so I'll ask him for the receipt. He usually, when he tells me something like that, he usually send it to me. So Aboriginal Mac is the one who's more hesitant on it. So I'll check with him though. I'll definitely check with him. But usually he don't lie to me. So yeah, I'm taking. Okay, I'm gonna ask for the receipt to see it, and I'm pretty sure he'll show it to me. So I'm not worried about that. He's still believing that it's gonna come back.
He ain't gotta show everybody, yo. He ain't gotta show everybody. If he just show you or not a see that he purchased the test, and then when the test come, he can take a picture of the test. And that's all I want. They let me know that, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah.
Now when they tell him, when the test come, he gonna show that shit in front of everybody. That's what's gonna happen.
Yeah.
When the test come, he gonna get live. He said he was gonna do a live on it. So we'll see what happens with all that shit. But at the end of the day, I said I'm holding him to it because I'm like, bro, you got to take that test because that motherfucker gonna come at West Africa, bro. He said, you don't know that. I said, I feel very confident. It's gonna come back West African, bro. Yeah. Majority you're African. You probably have some European. A good chance you have. He already said he's related to folks with French last name. That makes sense being from Louisiana. So he's gonna have quite a bit of Western Europe and Northern European in him. That's gonna happen too, and maybe even some Indigenous. Not the Indigenous that he thinks, though. I'm talking about actual like Native Americans. So we'll see. But most of this genetic makeup is gonna come from West Africa. We know this shit.
He gonna have less than 2%. Watch. I got
or none. Or none.
Yep. No, he gonna have at least 1 or 2%. I got $50 to say he don't have no more than 1 or 2%. Anybody want to take the bet?
No, that makes sense
right.
to me. Now, so if and especially if Don does take his, then we gotta. I'm personally the gas match and the gas on Aboriginal Mac. I said go take that shit. So you can stop talking about the bullshit you're talking about. I think he gonna run from it.
Yeah, he running.
Them two, they do the most double talking out of everybody though. This shit is y'all ever notice that how they double talk? Like,
yep, they do.
Yeah, it'd be different over here, and then when they get back on their own shit, it'd be talking about some other shit, like that old white slavery shit. I'm like, bruh,
Yeah,
how the fuck you gonna
listen?
Like when I think Real Rapper brought up that Swarthy thing. Then at the end of it, after I showed him how Swarthy don't mean like a black person, like we think today. Then at the end, he's like, "Oh yeah, no, I was saying that the whole time." Like, so what do you make me go into all this for? I don't know, man.
Yeah, this shit crazy, bro. Like I said, man, I've been arguing with abos, not necessarily on, like I said, on live streams, but in comment sections of YouTube channels and on Facebook and shit like that too, man. It's shit crazy, bro. I don't understand this shit. Like, there's no evidence for this at all. It's ridiculous that they're still trying to fight for this. You're trying to fight for something that you can't prove. There's no evidence on your side. You guys got to continue to try to thread a needle, and that's how you know it's a cult. It's ridiculous, but there's there continues to be massive pushback. Let me see if I can find a stupid channel that I'm on. Let's see, what's this damn channel called? Just so you guys can see what I'm talking about with this dude. The channel is called. Okay, one of the dudes who's arguing with me, his name is North American Aboriginal Society.
Nah, Cali, no, we don't care. No,
okay.
We don't want their channel. We don't want their
They don't
channel.
get no. Sean don't give no free promo. None.
No.
Okay.
Hell to the no. Fuck them niggas,
Yeah, I was gonna argue with this dude over here trying to say, I'm gonna block you, bro. I'm gonna block you. I'm like, you gonna block me because they said you show no sources. I put 20 sources in this dude comment section. And this dude was over there talking about, man, I'm gonna block you. You seem me very angry. How am I angry? And I'm the one posting sources. He said, you're not gonna have a dialogue and post sources. None of you guys have posted not one source. Every time you make a claim, I debunk it. You guys tried to go. You guys tried to go ahead.
I don't think none of them actually have evidence when they're regurgitating something from the top. See, like we're expecting them to be able to cross-reference their sources because we hear people like Autonomous One and AP talk about they cross-reference some shit that they never cross-reference.
Yeah, this shit crazy, bro. Like I said, I don't get it.
Oh, he said he ain't coming.
Who not coming?
I don't know. Some dude Sutek was talking to. He said he had a question.
They hit Sean P. They don't want to pull up. They hit Sean P.
Yeah, I think that's what it is, yo. Man, my name hot, yo.
It's crazy, bro. I said I'm even having to take a break the last couple of days from this shit just to not, pay attention to it, to not drive myself up the wall. Or and then if it's not them, then it's the black folks who are fighting hard like hell to say that we were here, that we arrived in the 14th century. Like, and some who were saying that we arrived even before then. Africans had been here since. Some would say we had been here since 800 AD. Like, we've been here since 800 AD. Stop, bro. Stop. They're still saying we're Africa, but they're saying we've been here since 800 AD. Bro, I don't know, bro.
It's to escape the slave trade. That's all. They don't want to be victims of that. But yeah, though, when you ask them how do they come to their conclusion, what do they give you?
He said, man, there's plenty of sources. Do your own research. You know that old, they never can show you their source. So I was just saying, do your own research.
That's their favorite.
Yo, listen. Yo, that's why I said they're cold. They got the same fucking response, yo. The protocol is the same across the board, yo. They got one leader. This fool said, do your own research. Every last one of them motherfuckers say, do your own research. They'll introduce you to some shit and run from it.
Yeah, act like you don't know about the shit they just made up and say, yo, you got to research. Yeah, that's crazy.
Like, what we talking
or some shit they just heard from the YouTube, some YouTuber yesterday or a week ago.
Yeah, the cocaine mummy story won't die. That's like, oh my God, how many? I've debunked that shit like 50 times, bro. And it just keeps coming up like, really? Really? And I can't believe that some of these same old stupid ass stories that have been discussed 4 or 3 to 4 years ago, it's in your case, it's probably like 6 years ago. Sean, this shit is crazy. It won't die. It's like, gosh, you like keep rising up like the goddamn Undertaker, bro. I'm like, you guys have no sources to verify anything that you believe. I said, we all know about the cocaine mummies, man. That was contamination.
Yeah, but they try to say it's a cover up now, conspiracy.
No, they said that's what they say, but
nah,
they just don't want to say
that. That's what the Abels say. It's a conspiracy. That's the only answer to it.
Yeah, you ain't like it. The Abels are saying they gave civilization to ancient Egypt, bro. They still standing on that shit. And Abels built the pyramids. And no wonder Africa, no civilization in Africa until we went over there. I said, and please show me what type of ship that you went in to, because the Native Americans were using canoes.
Nah, Callie, check this out. So I actually know where they get that shit from. Or one of the books that they get it from. It was some book, Ancient. It's written by some dude named Katanga Bonga, right? It has no sources in it. No sources in it. He's basically just writing a novel. But in that book, it literally says the people started in Africa. But what he's trying to say is these people went from Africa to South America and then came back to Africa. But they don't even, so I showed them that it's still saying people came from Africa, even though the book is pseudo. They're like, well, nah. We ain't going on that part. We just going on this part. So it makes no sense. Nothing you can show them that's going to change their mind. You just got to continue just to make them look stupid on record.
Yeah, I got called a hater. I got blocked from a couple Abel it's IG pages because I was correcting them. He said, "You just want to believe their stories." He said, "That's what history means. His story." I'm like, "Oh, I heard this shit millions of times too." I said, "You guys continue to use that line too, his story." Oh my God, bro. Yeah, I don't know. Like I said, I commend you, bro, for fucking with them people for this long, man. Man, I don't get it. Like, them people, man, you have thoughts sometimes where you just, if you were standing one of these dudes, you want to just, fire one of them dudes. Sometimes, man, with some of the disrespectful shit that they say.
Definitely.
Like, you heard that, I was listening to that replay that Sean. The replay that Sean had, and they dudes over talking about the bones, Africans with the bones in their nose and this shit. Like, Native Americans did all that shit too. Like, I don't get it, bro.
No, but that's what they say. That's how they separate themselves. Well, they be like, oh, no, that's Native American culture. Well, then you describing some other people that nobody never heard of. Like, where was y'all if you wasn't these people? Like, it just makes no sense, man. But yeah, definitely, it takes a lot of composure. But Fuck them. They done blocked me from everything now. It's all out war now.
Just leave it. So I can see it now. They don't want to be challenged. They just want to be able to say whatever they want to say without being challenged. They say they want you over there, but then they're going to block you. The moment you start actually coming with a bunch of facts, making them look foolish, debunking them with their own sources, yeah, they don't want to deal with you no more at that point. So yeah, it's a cult. It's a cult, man. It's crazy.
Yeah, that's the whole point of the show. Is no matter what we say, no matter what we do, denialism, right, is something that is embedded in the characteristics of being an Aboriginal. You have to deny evidence. You have to follow the leader of the movement. You have to believe. You have to be indoctrinated in denialism and pseudoscience. Yo, Khalil says, I can get you on BCU Morning Daily Talking Points newsletter for a small fee. Yo, this motherfucker crazy. Yo, what up, kid? You literally have to be in total denial, bro. I can be sitting here with the murder weapon. They gonna deny the murder weapon. That ain't the murder weapon. Where you get that from? How did you come to the conclusion that that's the murder weapon? Trying to sound intelligent all the while they're fucking stupid.
Yeah, what's up with all this Khaleesi and shit too? We were the tribe, we were the real indigenous people of California. Like what? Bro, like, but you guys are taking that fucking fake ass story and turning it into something real. Like you're trying to claim to be. I forgot the dude that came up with the story about Queen Khalifa, but it wasn't meant to be real. It was like a folklore. But they're trying to turn it into something that's actually like an actual tribe of people that no one really has heard of. But this lady is claiming to be chief of the Khalifians. Oh my god, bro! I can't fuck with this shit, bro. This shit crazy as hell to me, bro. I don't get it, and it seems like I guess the more I try to stay away from that shit because I don't like a lot of that shit popping up on my homepage. But every now and then something like that pop up on my homepage now on Facebook, IG, YouTube. I'll be going through. I went on Facebook the other day because I heard about my cousin. My cousin died on Saturday, and then my college football teammate died on Thursday. I found out, right? So I found out both on Saturday.
Yeah, sorry to hear that, bro.
Yeah, man, this shit sucked, bro. This shit sucked. But that's when I started coming across more of that. I said, I don't feel like hearing that shit right now, man. So yeah, my boy, shout out to James Battle, man. Rest in peace. Shout out to my cousin Cameron. Rest in peace, man. Dude, half Iraqi, half Black American. Man, he died on a bus, man. Bus? Too young. Both of them too young. Yeah, man. He was on the bus. He was taking the bus across Oakland, the other side of Oakland, from West Oakland to East Oakland to West Oakland. And he died on a bus. I don't know. We gotta wait for the
autopsy.
Wait for the autopsy to get back. I'm still trying to see what happened to my boy James Battle too. Say it again.
With no foul play in either case.
No foul play. No.
All right.
We're trying to see what happened to my boy James Battle too. I played community. I went to junior college and I played football with him at LMC, Los Angeles College, and then he actually ended up transferring to Oregon State and playing there. I'm trying to figure out what happened to him though. 47 years old. In the case of my cousin Cameron, 42, 47. That's too early, bro. It's too young. Shit crazy, man. So yeah, this shit crazy, man. I don't understand.
Damn, yo.
It's life.
What you got going on, yo? Why you been quiet?
Oh no, you know, I just been chilling, working with the family. You know, the kids is off for the summer, so they be around a little bit more. But I'm going live after you, so. You hear me?
Yep.
That's it. I just been chilling, man. I was looking. I'm like, damn, I ain't been live in a couple of days. Yeah.
Well, you ain't been live. I ain't been live, yo. C-Tech been live though.
But one thing, the apples, they ain't been talking about nothing. They been talking about a bunch of bullshit, polite and all that other dumb shit. You know, they be looking for views.
Yeah.
And when they can't, ain't nothing to talk about, that's when they start talking about Pan-African.
Damn, Lucky. There was no black people in California before incursion of Spanish into California. That's a fact, Kevin Troy. I don't understand why people, you know what I mean, think people are stupid, yo. Like, we acknowledge the fuck out of that shit, yo. Like, come on, man. We know them people been here. Y'all been here, man. If the Aboriginals is claiming to been here, yo, we would have easily conceded that point. You know what I mean? Like, because the evidence would show it. We would have overwhelming evidence to be like, yo, listen, we got these black people, they built a town over here that's separate from the Indians. You feel me? Like, we would have all of that. We ain't got none of that. Show me.
No, and not just that, but Sean, you know, but in the Bay Area, man, we tend to get a lot of overcast. You know, remember you were talking about the story of Native Americans and ones out of Alaska, right? Yeah. How they end up getting rickets, right? They have suffering from rickets from a lack of vitamin D deficiency. Well, that same thing would happen in the Bay Area where we have overcast usually until noon. That's daily, especially if you live on the coast. So this is stupid, bro. It's the same thing happens in parts of Southern California at times too. You go on the beach. So there's no way in the world I believe that you Negroes were here. On top of there's no actual evidence too, but yeah, you guys would have suffered from vitamin D deficiency, which most Black Americans do anyway. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. But we don't have these black towns, bro, in these Indian territories until like shit start happening, bro. We talking 1800s, yo. I'm talking about, can we go back 300-400 years and find blacks and natives here before Europeans? No, we don't. We do not see this separation. We do not see this material culture that separates two distinct group of peoples. You have to think about that, man. When you're dealing with culture, right? And you're dealing with people, you're dealing with culture. Yo, there's going to be two distinct lineages. These people that they're saying that they're Aboriginal, they wouldn't have been growing up the same way that the natives would have grown up. First of all, they would have had to encounter each other when it became okay to populate this motherfucker. That's first things first. Who encountered who? And then it's a fight for resources, right? It's a fight for territory and resources at that point. So why are we not seeing these these distinct graveyards near lakes, creeks, rivers? You know what I mean? We're not seeing that.
None of it. That's why I don't even know how they even come to, like, they just pick and choose from so much. It doesn't even make sense.
Yeah.
Because everything you described, they don't have. You know? Like I asked, where are they?
Right.
No oral history, nothing. There's no recorded interviews, nothing.
But when you ask for language, they're gonna tell you that English and Spanish is the language. You know what I mean? It's ridiculous, bro. Like I said, that's English and Spanish. Espanol. España. How the fuck did he say? Well, we taught them the languages when we went to Europe. I said, where's the records of this shit?
None. They
Like, there's
they
no,
made that up.
wouldn't there be some type of documentation, some type of artifact, or some type of historical evidence to prove that they taught the languages?
Yeah, there would be schools. You know, there would be schools. There would be institutions that kept these records. There'd be names of people. Would be dates. We don't have none of that. I don't know.
Let me ask y'all something. Y'all remember the first time y'all got a whooping that you can remember?
Yep.
First time you got your ass whooped.
Yeah.
So so if you can remember the first time you got your ass whooped, right? You mean to tell me that that these people can't tell us the first time they got an ass whooping? Cause they ain't just been here without getting an ass whooping. The natives knew the terrain too well to escape certain shit from the fucking Europeans when they came here. That was one of the reasons that they tried to bring peace between themselves and the natives, is because of the terrain factor. Outside of the fact that disease was killing these motherfuckers, they still had the terrain up. They had to draw on them.
Yeah.
So if y'all can remember a whooping, right? I'm pretty sure that one day, or not to see, you already done this, Callie. I don't know if you done this, but I know stories have been told about me. But stories about my first ass whooping and or other ass whoopings that I've endured in my childhood time have been told to my children.
Facts.
I absolutely told stories about ass whoopings. Absolutely.
But that's how shit is passed down. And then if you listen long enough, your grandmother told them about the time that she had to whoop your fucking mother's ass or father's ass.
Facts.
Right?
Facts.
Or they first ass whooping. And if your great grandmother was around, she gonna tell you about the time she got her ass beat, how she gave her daughter an ass beat, how she gave her damn grandkids an ass beat, and how she whooped your ass. That's 4 ass whoopings.
Yeah, my grandma might have told the
generations.
stories. Yeah, my grandma might have told stories about whooping my dad and whooping my grandfather. You know what I'm saying? So,
my point is, we ain't gotta delegate it to just ass whoopings. Go back to your family history, right? Let's go back to a time where they talked about, we couldn't be seen on this street after such and such because of circumstances, right? Or my grandmother telling people I used to be able to catch a cab at night because people thought I was a white person.
Nah, absolutely.
But the risk of getting caught was severe, because if I would have got caught, if someone would have said my name and acknowledged me in that cab, something real bad.
The consequences are serious.
Right.
That's like back in the day, they had something called a village where I'm at, right?
Yeah.
Black people wasn't allowed down there. That was where, the nice area where the white people, they had all the restaurants and hotels. You couldn't go down there. You know what I'm saying? And everybody knew this, and that's a history told. Like, people knew this. If you went down there, you're gonna end up getting into a problem. Well, for the most part, black people still stay from around there. Well,
my point is, bro, is that there are stories that are told to us that have been passed down, right? Our great grandmothers are always telling us what they couldn't do in their childhood and what their parents had to endure. That ain't leading us astray, yo. And for these dudes to get online and tell us that they grandparents and shit been saying that they've been here, that's some crazy ass shit.
their grandparents never told them that they were fully indigenous. They're lying.
I ain't believing that bullshit, bro.
No.
Yeah.
They never said that.
And the funny thing is, my family, we've always had connections to Africa, or discussed about being from Africa. We always had African artifacts whether it was in my grandparents' house, whether it was in my parents' house. I grew up in a house. My mom always had African art, and whether or any type of African carvings would be hanging off the walls in my house. So there was never this ideal that we weren't from Africa. Like that's something we just always knew. And then, after doing research into my family, I found out that different family members of mine attended the AME church from South Carolina down to Georgia. So it's ridiculous. Like, bro, I mean, I don't know how. I bet you this: all those abos have somebody that attended the AME church. I guarantee.
I say I say the same thing to them. Exactly, man.
So there's no way in the world that, like I said, man, if they really dig, that's why they create, or I should say, the one who teaches shit. That's why they make up family members, because if they actually use actual family members, they're gonna see African somewhere is gonna pop up in their history.
Mm-hmm.
It's ridiculous, bro. It's absolutely insane and stupid. And so, like I said before, we already knew not just about that, but we also knew that one of I told you about my great grandfather. We knew that his father was from Africa, right? My great grandfather Anderson Willis. We knew that his father, Anderson Willis, was born in Virginia, but we knew that his father was directly from Africa. We also, when we look up into my family tree, we've been digging. I'm talking about not just myself, my other family members of mine. We would see some like grandparents, and we'll say, "Oh, here's a child, parents born in Africa." That happens that's going to happen on a lot of folks' trees. You're going to see that if you dig for farther enough, you're going to see that someone's parent was born in Africa. They're not going to tell you exactly where, but you'll find out they were born in Africa. But the Abba will just say that the white man wrote that to try to take away your indigenous, right? Or your indigeny.
But this is what I'm saying. They don't have to take away your indigenous and take your fucking land. They let the Native Americans be Native Americans, right? And they still took their shit. So I don't even see the point of them having to lie to you just to take something from you. If they want to take it, they're just gonna take it. That's just it. That's how they did it. They didn't need to lie about nothing. Like, what did they lie about when they had to take America?
They can take it when they want. Right now, they're saying now that they're going to be able to take their land back. How?
What tribe?
They can take your land through eminent.
No, I'm saying, what tribe did they have the fool to take over the United States of America?
They didn't have to fool nobody. They just took it through violence.
By force. Exactly. And then made them sign treaties that they didn't uphold.
They say they're taking the land back.
Yeah, Abbo's always saying they're going to take back the whole entire United States. I said, how you going to do that?
Oh, okay.
Paperwork.
They say you're. Yeah, because they say that what happened is that's what Aboriginal Mac was saying. He was saying that we lost the United States through a technicality. He said, but he was trying to say once we correct that paper, it'll be back in our hands. I'm like, nigga, bro, who believes this shit? Who literally listens to this and believes this shit? It's stupid. Paperwork, that's more shit, bro. That paperwork shit, more scam.
They paying pseudos. They got everything mixed up in it. They are paying pseudos. Everything is in it. So yeah, they say paperwork's gonna get it back, but it was taken by force. So I don't know how. I don't know what the United States is giving back. They ain't giving nothing back.
Hell no.
Like, so I don't know what dreamland they thinking of.
Yo, Lucky, what's up with that debate? What happened? Did Lucky have a debate?
Nah, not yet. I don't even think they made the date yet. If they did, I missed it.
Okay. Okay. I thought Lucky was gonna hit the link, yo, but he might finna go to sleep. You know, he get high, he gotta take a nap.
Right. They say, yeah, the Pan-Pseudo Alliance. Oh man.
All
You know,
right.
we unbeaten over here, man. We undefeated, man. Oh, they just in denial.
Yep.
Our ancestors left us the culture, they left us the literature. You know what I'm saying? They left us everything, not even clues, because it was never like it was missing that we was from Africa. So it wasn't no clues. It's a continuation. Right? Like that's just it.
Mm-hmm.
Like we just found out we was from Africa. No. And then once you're mature enough to understand that we come from different ethnic groups in Africa, that's why we call ourselves African and not just a specific name. Then you know what I'm saying? Like they not even mature enough to understand that. But then they'll reverse it and say that they're different American tribes. And that's just why they just say they're American Indian. It's the same shit. Like they don't even think straight. I don't know. For real, man.
Nah, they ain't got no logic, yo.
Word. Like when you hear them say how you from two different countries, or you know what I'm saying, like with the African American thing, like
you got European American, Japanese American, Korean American.
Exactly. Asian American.
Yeah, motherfucker tripping, yo.
It makes no sense.
And you
Then they say, no, go ahead, son.
No, you good, you got it.
No, I was gonna say, then they say, like Afro, when we use Afro American, they say that just means natural. It doesn't mean African. Like it's not short for African. Like they're crazy, man. They're crazy.
You mean natural?
Yeah.
Yo, this nigga
They talking about the hairstyle. Like because they run the etymology. So if you just put Afro, it's gonna say something like, something from the 1960s talking about a hairstyle. But if you look at Afro with the dash or whatever it is, you know how it's with the hyphen, it's hyphenated.
Yeah,
that's a whole nother thing that they're gonna tell you that's African. You know what I'm saying? XYZ, and which is how you spell it. You do it the Afro with the hyphen. But they don't even understand that, man. It's like everything is really simple to explain away to them if they took the time to listen.
That's the problem. They act like they ain't got no ear.
Well, none of these things is like 30-minute explanations. Because like these are quick 1-minute things. Like, look, this is why you're wrong. But they don't care.
No, they don't. He said, also, man, listen, bro. We know you're on the job site. You got an earpiece. Let your dread now. Look like you talking to yourself and shit. Yo, so are y'all aware that the Native Americans won that lawsuit?
Nah, when was this? Just recently?
Yeah, recently, yo.
Which lawsuit is this one you talking about?
Hold on, let me pull it up. There's a couple things that came out. They found someone in Peru that was part of a sacrifice. They found a mummy. Yeah. So there's a lot of shit going on.
How old was the mummy?
3,000 years old.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you know what that means.
The Albert's gonna claim that shit.
They can't. Well, they
Okay, because the DNA gonna kill them.
Yeah, but that's why they throw it out, bro. That's exactly why.
And it took
DNA. No, they still gonna claim them. They're just gonna say the DNA's fake.
Yeah, well, whatever.
You know how they do it, bro. They thread the needle.
Yeah,
they keep whatever they think helps.
So what the people go ahead.
Yeah, no. I was just real quick. This is Native American tribes held major victory after Supreme Court ruling. So the justices on the right side of history for upholding protection for Native American children against the removal for adoption. You know, they had that thing going on. Now the other one about the oil, they also won that. Well, I think they won that. I need to get updated on that. That the oil company was trying to sue the Native Americans because it was stopping it from building pipeline. And yeah. So they got that battle too. None of these battles that we're hearing about are involving Aboriginal children.
No.
So you know what I'm saying? Like when they say Native Americans, this what they talking about, yo.
Yeah, and why aren't they in these
Yeah.
fights?
Yeah, I asked him. That's what I said. Well, how come you guys aren't in court? You guys saying that all this shit was stolen from you. Why aren't you in court?
Who have you talked to on the panel that look like they could be the father of any one of these two?
None of them.
None of them. They're gonna say that's a Mexican. That's the crazy shit. They're like, that's a Mexican.
Yeah.
Nah, they don't say Filipino. They're gonna say Filipino. Remember, you know, they were saying that the Filipinos, that the natives are the Filipinos, the Mexicans and the natives are the Filipinos that were brought in by the Europeans, or no, by the Africans, by the Africans. For the white folks are the Africans. Remember, the white folks are the Africans, and the black people. Like, no, we got black Europeans and black indigenous.
No black Africans.
No black Africans though. What? Hey, you see, I told you about Wisdom Show. Oh, goofy ass. Wisdom Show. That's his go-to.
Hold on, who's Wisdom? The dude that came on the panel that trying to be saying the crazy shit?
Yeah, we remember you was telling. He said, "Shut your old ass." Remember, dude tried to lie on me and try to say that. Remember, I was saying that he was saying he tried to lie on me and try to say that's not what he was saying. When that's why I cooked his ass on me. He said slave voyages proves that the Africans were white.
What?
Yeah, some crazy shit. He said a lot of shit. I can't remember the crazy shit he said, but he was saying, yeah. He's saying crazy
yes,
shit.
He said the slave voyages website proves that the Africans were white.
No, but Callie like talking to him. Callie, he complain about all that pseudo shit, but whenever he see Wisdom Show name pop up, he be like, come up here, come up here.
Yeah, I be want to cook this. I done fried his ass. I fried his ass like 3-4 years ago. Then he was, he was different. He was backing up off the shit that he was talking about. And I was trying to ask him, I said, you ever heard of Greg O'Malley? He said, who? I said, he's one of the ones who constructed the website, Slave Voyages, and he also wrote the book, I think it's called The Middle Passages, right? And he was like, oh, no, that has nothing to do with it. Like, it does. His name is even on the fucking website. He's actually a professor at UC Santa Cruz out here in the Bay Area. What the fuck are you talking about? Like, nigga, what the fuck? You on like this stupid ass shit, bro? I said, bro, you never even read the fucking book. How the fuck you gonna tell me about this? The book, literally in the book, it tells you how the website works. That book and that website go hand in hand.
Hey, y'all see how passionate Callie got? Ain't nobody on the panel arguing against this thing, boy. He
that
motherfucker.
He drive me crazy, bro. That Wisdom Show, the clown, bro. He won't let this white African shit go though, but he's still telling people this shit on other fucking channels.
White African?
Yeah, Africans. He said Africans are white. He said the people there now are the invaders.
How can? Yeah, they are.
So,
they in South Africa. They
European.
No, he's talking about all the black people in the sub-Saharan Africans. They're the invaders,
bro. So you finna tell me? Listen. You finna tell me that how many people there? Like 1 billion? You finna tell me?
It's 1.5 billion, bro. 1.5 billion.
You finna tell me because you know 1.2 billion is all Africans. So you finna tell me 1.2 billion people smothered the continent of Africa and left the other 0.3. You know what I'm saying? The minority. Come on, yo.
Don't make sense.
You can't call it. Africa's too big to colonize like that, bro. That's why. And then you got the damn heat.
That's why the Europeans never did it.
Come on, man. They ass weren't trying to live in no damn Central Africa. where it's 150 degrees and the sun ain't no way you can run. Then you
That's why I be telling you.
You try to
Let them come talk to you, bro.
With the bushmen and shit, you got to go be in the goddamn jungle and shit. You don't know what's out there.
He gonna argue with you, bro. He gonna argue that he right.
See, that's
Listen,
the type
white
of shit
people
you
are
gotta be.
adventurous. They're
You gotta be
adventurous, not
born
crazy.
into that, though. You gotta be born into that. Like you
Right.
can't just
Skin
pop
cancer
up
like a
there.
motherfucker, yo.
Like, your body is just trained a different way to beat it. You know what I'm saying? Like, we far removed from there. We couldn't even just go there and survive like that.
No, but he's saying that the European invaders,
I know,
are the Africans of today.
I know, and they get it from one of the claims stem from the etymology of African, where they talk about in 1815 they was calling the Dutch people Africans. You know what I'm saying? But even that has a historical. That's when I think the English colonized the Cape of Great Hope or whatever that is in South Africa. That 1815 marks when the English started calling these white people that they found. The Dutch was there already. They came in like the 1700s or maybe the 1600s. But so then when the English came, they calling these white people Afrikaners, and that's a Dutch word, Afrikaner. Well, they call them African, but it's in 1815. It's not. They was calling black people Africa way before that, and it says it in that same etymology that they use. So that's the weird shit.
Yeah, ain't no way, bro. Ain't no way you getting in any of that, yo.
And Digital Asset Lucky said that they play a video. He said on Instagram they play a video of Africans saying they came from Persia. So this is why they look for anything, bro, to try to make their claim. See?
But what does that mean? Because so then all we got to do is play a video of a Black American saying that they come from Africa. How does that beat anything? They don't even understand. Like it does. They even show that doesn't even make sense. Who is this person? What gives him the authority, like, to speak over all the anthropology and everything else?
Man, you see, the Europeans still have trouble in Australia today with I think they have the highest rates of skin cancer in the world. So I'm trying to figure out how the fuck were they going to survive throughout Africa? But I asked that question, you're like, man, were you just? He had no legitimate answer. It's just ridiculous, bro. But he will argue that to death. So I tell you about Wisdom Show is crazy, bro. That's why when he tried to lie, I said, motherfucker, I remember all that crazy shit you were saying. I remember all that stupid ass shit. You still talking about it.
Yo,
we are going on 3 years later.
And then came right back and said that shit. I was like, Callie said this shit 3 hours ago, yo. You was fighting this motherfucker. You was fighting that Callie. What the hell you doing, yo? He said all this shit you saying right now, yo. He said Tarzan was an Amo who civilized Africa. Yo, y'all crazy. Oh, is that what he got elbows on right now? That's what's up. Look at that. Look, not a coincidence. Ain't even over there paying attention. Not a seed. How you gonna know what we gonna catch, yo? You over here with me, yo, and he got the niggas over there on the show.
What show you talking about? I just got a phone call.
It's the House of Consciousness. I guess they were supposed to be over there.
It's Sasudo. He got him, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I gotta tap in too. See what's going on. Well,
all this shit be crazy as motherfucking to me, though, bro. All this crazy shit that they be saying on a regular basis and not understanding that. Well, first thing, Ab TV said that the skin map is fake. So he said that makes no. I said, bro, you're dark skinned. You need access to the sun. It takes longer for you to absorb, the vitamin D. It takes longer for you to absorb it. So you need to have more time in the sun. White folks, because they have less melanin, they can absorb it faster. Climates matter. Climates matter, bro. Your skin. First thing, the apples also use that melanin shit like it's like some superpower. Out of which I don't understand. Black folks keep talking about melanated people, melanated this, melanated that. like melanin's gonna do something incredible. Like it gives you some ability
man, don't bring Shab, yo. You gonna pop up. You gonna fucking pop up, yo. You talking this talk. You gonna come in swinging.
Yeah, he need to let that go, bro. He need to let that shit go.
He gonna come in swinging. He listen. He been in here a couple times and left and he ain't say nothing.
Yeah, leave that shit alone. But he believe he winning that shit too. That's sad. But yeah, man, I don't know, man. You the Abo conversation, this whole argument is ridiculous. It would make more sense like if they were able to get on one accord, but they're all over the place. Some arguments they start to copy from each other, but they don't have like one narrative that they can push, or they don't even have something like they would try. You would think they would try to latch onto something that they can semi-prove at least, but they can't even do that. So they love to go into etymology. All they can do is do the etymology bullshit. I don't give a fuck about the etymology. What can you prove?
I don't think they understand etymology though. It ain't saying it's etymology. They can misrepresent that.
Oh, they do that all the time. They say, look what swarthy. He's swarthy.
That's proof they don't.
You know, because he's swarthy. It's like, I always got to point out the discussion. Yeah, we know that. We know that Sean Connery would be considered swarthy. We know Al Capone would be considered swarthy, right? Those type of fellows. We know that Arnold Schwarzenegger would be considered swarthy, like those type of people. But they're going to tell you, no, that just means black. And then the copper shit, it just kill me. It's like you guys are talking about this dirty ass penny, and like the actual color of copper looks a lot closer to the indigenous people than us. We're closer to bronze, unless you're talking about someone who has some European ancestry, lighter skinned black folks. But I don't know, man. We argue this shit. This dark skinned nigga, and part of my boxing community, this nigga calling himself like copper, isn't that copper aborigines? I'm like, nigga, you darker than me. The fuck you talking about? You copper color. Shit crazy, bro. I don't get it.
And what Sean fell off?
I think I don't know. Maybe Sean had got a phone call or something. I don't know. Man, this shit crazy, bro. I don't get it, bro. All this shit is stupid. It can't be proven. Every time they get on the stage and get challenged, even on some other shit, if they want to try to like yell over you and argue because they don't want to actually have an actual conversation, right? So the argument shit, I said, this shit sound good to you? It don't even sound like these motherfuckers don't sound incoherent. Why does that? Go ahead.
Nah, my bad. I was playing something. My bad. But go ahead. It is retarded. My bad. I didn't cut you off. Go ahead.
No, I'm just saying that. Yeah, I'm just saying, man. It's incoherent. I don't understand why people want to stand on that shit. Like you're getting somewhere. So they try to find any type of point. But yeah, like you were discussing earlier. If you're reading a scientific article, I'm going to say that may have been. Oh, may have been is not proof. See, that's not confirming. It's saying it's a possibility. It's not saying that it's an absolute. They don't speak in absolutes. I'm like, bruh, read the rest of the article. Read the shit in context. But they don't understand that science is always because science is very careful. That's why one of the reasons why science talks that way too. It's careful.
Yeah, but on top of that, when they make that statement, it's going to be followed. But prior to that, they're going to give you the reasons why. They're going to give you, the findings. It's going to be X, Y, Z. And when we add these things together, this is what the conclusion is. That's just how it works. I don't know.
It sound like A Marvelous, right? A Marvelous.
A Marvelous. They leave room to add more evidence. It's not case closed. You know what I'm saying? So, but just because they add more evidence doesn't mean that the conclusion is going to change drastically. Like, oh, we're not Africans anymore. You feel what I'm saying? They just don't understand how science works.
Yeah, science is always adding on. That's why I was trying to explain to this white dude at my job. Be like, oh, then they're completely overturning the fact that there was no Atlantis. I'm like, no, that's not a thing, bro. This crazy ass white dude believes Atlantis is a real place at my job, bro. This is ridiculous. Trying to argue with me. Remember I told you he was trying to say that the shit was up in near the Sahel or some shit like that. Stupid ass shit. He said you should check out this dude. I don't want to check this dude out. This dude's dumb. The dude you're listening to is an idiot.
Abos believe in Atlantis also. That's part of their shit too.
No, I know because Abel told me that Atlantis, you can see Atlantis from the highest point of St. Vincent and Grenadines or St. Lucia. You can see it in the Caribbean Sea. I'm like, man, yo, why y'all lying, bro? You believe that shit? Atlantis? Oh, boy, I don't understand, bro. Yeah. One thing I learned about Abels, especially dealing with them, even I'm talking about like the most basic shit that you can look up in like 5 seconds to debunk, right? None of these people actually read anything. They just parrot what they hear. I'm pretty sure you heard this, especially not the ones teaching, but even some of the ones teaching, they parrot what they hear. And then when you ask them to pull up something, when you go into the source, either the source has no sources or nothing to back it up, or no, there's no one credible making the claims, right? Or they're just parroting something, and then when you actually pull up the source to prove them wrong, then they run away.
Yeah. Or try to deflect, change the topic. You know, they have a lot of tools in their bag to run.
Hey, why they believe Atlantis? Who teach the Atlantis shit?
A1, Ad Power. Pretty much all of them talk about that.
Where they get from though?
They get it from. I'm trying to think which one exactly. I mean, I had a conversation with Ad Power. He tried to say that. You know, what's the guy from Greece? He tried to say that he got it from some other. I don't even know. They say some crazy shit, but they was saying it before this dude Old World came around.
Look,
but they still got it from some other white pseudo.
Yeah,
but he kind of like so. He when he came around, he was like the stamp, like look, he's saying it too, type shit, like
Atlantis boys. He called the show the Atlantis boys, yo. These dudes is crazy. Florida Arthur, Mark Muncie. Chilling tales from the Panhandle to the Keys. They know how to get a pseudo on. Look at this astrology talk. I try to tell. Look, we've been trying to tell y'all that y'all getting this shit from white people, yo. Y'all didn't want to listen to us. Y'all didn't want to listen to us. This dude, he got music at the beginning of his shit and everything too, don't
he? He got a whole little intro.
The Fountain of Truth. Yeah, he full pseudo, yo. Straight up. My internet kicked my ass up off this joker twice, yo. What they talking about over there on Sasudo?
I ain't gonna get the check.
Oh, I thought you would check.
But it was I know Jabari was coming that day, and then they had an open panel. Top Cat was up there talking to
who Dan Calloway said some new shit.
No, I think Sonetta just played like a mix of, a couple times Jabari was coming at him. A couple things Dane might have said about Jabari. That's what I think it was. Now they got like an open panel.
Oh, okay.
But Ad Power just went live about it says Aboriginal Power response to Jabari. And then there's some child and tether class, and they want to be FBA so bad without the African part. It's sad.
So what they What they mad at him for?
Jabari. Because Jabari coming at Dame. And they coming at Jabari anyway, just because he, you know, I guess the top guy on Sonetta, and they just say that's a Pan-African channel, which really not, but yeah.
The damn show ain't.
They think if you mention the word,
that's a pan pseudo.
Yeah, exactly. They think if you mention the word Africa, you're a Pan-African. If you just mention Africa, you say anything good about Africa, or yeah, you know, you're Pan-African. That's it. They just throw that word around so crazy. So.
Right.
But Jabari looked crazy claiming the Olmec shit though. I mean,
yeah, that Van
he'll be good until that Olmec shit come up.
Yeah,
claiming that Africans did that shit, but I don't understand it, bro. Like you went to Cornell, like you know, you do research yourself.
Some people,
you are aware that those motherfuckers with degrees are pseudo too.
Mm-hmm.
That's true. That's true. He won't let that Olmec shit go, bro. I figured you would have got off that shit by now, man. But he won't.
But look, he's part of that. Basically Africans did everything. You know what I'm saying? Because he wants Africans to be creative of Christianity. You know what I'm saying? He wants them to be the creators of all these things. Right? So
yeah, he won't leave the Christianity shit. I'm like, man, I don't give a fuck, man. Fuck Christianity. I don't give a fuck, bro. Me personally, like I said, man, I understand a lot of folks are in love with Egypt, man. I don't give a fuck about Egypt. Man, I fuck with West Africa, bro. West Africa and the African diaspora in the Americas, bro. I mean, no disrespect to Egypt, but I think there's too much of an obsession with Egypt from fellow Black Americans or people or African people. Period. Right? I think we have, or I should say, sub-Saharan Africans or and the diaspora. Right? I think there's too much of an obsession with that shit, and not enough love given to the dynasties of West Africa. I don't get it, bro. I don't get it.
I understand where you're coming from. I don't have a problem with Egypt. I have a problem with people talking about Egypt and all that. Just when you try to act like we come from there, that's why I draw the line. But yeah, people I feel they talk about Egypt the most is because the white man made it famous. You know what I'm saying? So they still following in those footsteps instead of now we know where we're from. Why not, indulge in those places? Well, that's what kind of led me to, where I'm at today. Because, like everybody, I was into all that Egypt, and I never thought we came from there, I was just into that, the argument between the Egypt and the Israelites. I was stuck in there for a little bit, but never thought we came from there. But then going through all that, banging on Christianity, I started thinking, like, well, where the fuck? I want to know where we're from. You know what I'm saying? And that's where I'm at today. Like, I'm worried about all this other shit that don't have nothing to do with us. So I was probably like 8 years ago when I really started diving in. But I always knew we was from West Africa, but I never really pursued it. So
Lucky boy. Hell no, I ain't looking that motherfucker up. Lucky, you crazy.
He said, look what up.
Tyron. I mean, Lex Will.
Oh, no. Lucky know all the pseudo.
Well, I see what he do to y'all. I pass. That's how I measure if I'm gonna pay attention to a motherfucker by the way y'all react. If y'all don't react a certain way, I'd be like, okay, let me see. Let me see. Y'all hear? Can y'all hear niggas?
Yeah, I'm here. I hear you. You good?
Yeah, okay, all right.
Yeah, my man, I'm here.
Nah, I don't top flight pseudo the highest order. I was like, damn, what happened? I thought my internet fucked up again, yo. I was about to say they tripping. I mean, I know they building a new subdivision, running wires and stuff. They need to hurry up and fix that. But I just checked my app. Man. Yo, so listen, y'all got me, you got Callie, you got Not a C on the panel. The link in the chat. You know what I'm saying? If you got question, comment, concern, you know, we ain't been live in a minute. Bring the smoke.
Yeah, Kevin. We know Van Sertima has been debunked, but unfortunately, I still have to have these stupid arguments with people who still truly believe this shit, even though they can't show me any type of archaeologist or current day archaeologist or anthropologist, any type of science from today. I'm talking about from 2022 to, or even from 2021 to 2023 that or backs up that the Olmecs were African. You're not going to find that. But it doesn't matter. People are still going to live there anyway. I don't understand why. And then also they won't let the Mansa Musa story go away that he sailed to the Americas. Stupid shit. You know, you got people really out there saying that Mansa Musa sailed. Mansa Musa. They're saying Mansa Musa sailed to the Americas. I'm like, where? Where the fuck did you find that shit? Mansa Musa never sailed to the Americas. Come on, man. Come on. Where the fuck y'all get that shit from? That shit's stupid. On the little, you talking about little fucking river boats? Bro, you guys know, and you guys how many people did he take with him if you're gonna say that he did it? How much water do you think that they would need in order to make it? And on top of that, too, have you seen how rough the Atlantic is? Not just the Atlantic, but even in the Pacific Ocean. Waves are, you got 15, 20-foot waves, 30-foot waves. The water will get up inside of the boats. Eventually, they will fucking capsize. I'm sorry, they wouldn't have made it. They would have died on the way there. Then who knows? What if they would have went? What if they would have went during hurricane season? Whatever, though, man. You know that I just don't get it, bro.
Listen, hold on. So I wanna take this opportunity to say this again. So, all right, the Titanic capsule that wanted to go 12 to 14,000 feet to the ocean floor, right? Now, there is no Native American. There is no African that would have wanted to go to the bottom of the Atlantic to see the Titanic. The reason for that is because neither one of us, right? Neither African, African American, or Native, or Indigenous, right, want to mess with the Atlantic Ocean. Meaning that we were seafaring people to lakes, creeks, rivers. We were not seafaring to the Atlantic, the Gulf, or the Pacific Ocean like that, especially after the Ice Age. Because that, historically speaking, the Atlantic and the Pacific Ocean and even the Gulf became extremely violent once all of that water raised the sea level, the oceanic sea level, up 400 feet from where it is today. I mean, from where it was 18,000 years ago. So where it is today, it was 400 feet less. So that would have, listen to this. So if the oceanic floor 18,000 years ago, according to where the top of the ocean is, was 400 feet less than today, They still would have died trying to go down there in the capsule 18,000 years ago to go see the Atlantic, if that was a thing then. But my point is this is proof positive how we think. We don't think about going to the bottom of the ocean. None of us do. Because we know how violent the ocean is. We weren't doing that type of travel, bro. So there's no type of trade in that whole myth about coming from West Africa or the boat of Ra shit. All of that is mythology. Nobody really did that shit. If you read the UNESCO Volume 3, in the UNESCO Volume 3, it tells you how fearful West Africans was of the Atlantic. It was too violent. They seen it take them little canoes and do a fool with it. And the people that was on it. Haven't many of you heard this saying that black people don't know how to swim? They act like that shit doesn't exist.
Yeah, definitely heard that.
We don't know where you been. You asking us like we keep a tab on you. We don't know where you been. But neither us nor the natives cared nothing about that bullshit. If we couldn't get there on a canoe, we wasn't doing it. Straight up.
And you just confirm everything I said. They would have fucking capsized and died in the Atlantic.
The Atlantic was too violent, yo. Listen, so I got permission from this lady who traveled, right? She traveled around the world on a boat with all of this technology. Now, initially, when I played a video, of course, I had to get the rights to be able to do so. So I linked her original video back to it, and she gave me permission. I talked to her via email. She thought it was dope. She watched the video. She didn't see a problem with it whatsoever. She was all for it, right? So she gave us permission to use her video because it's monetizing shit. She get the reviews and she makes her money or whatever. She caught hell, bro, when she got to a certain part of the Atlantic where she couldn't even move for 7 days.
Wow.
Her shit, with all the technology that she had, her shit was still. It wasn't no current. It wasn't no nothing. She was just in the middle of the ocean, just sitting there, still as shit. And then when she encountered storms, I'm talking about some real up-to-date ass boats. It was beating her the fuck up. It was beating her up. And I'm like, y'all thinking 500 years ago, an African could have sailed across this motherfucker with the type of technology that they had then? Hell no. Look what it's doing.
You know, weak-ass river boats? No.
Bro. I was just trying to give people an example, right, of how violent the ocean is today in more recent times.
No, Sean, you know what? You should do a video or something, or a demonstration video of this. I want to share it. I want to share that shit. Absolutely. I want to share that shit.
I'm going to show you. And I ain't going to listen, bro. I ain't getting in the ocean.
No, I'm not talking about that. I'm just talking about, you could just talking about the story with her. We can show like the information, the documents she might have shown.
I'm going to give you the video. I'm going to give you the video. I'm going to pull it up. I already got it.
Appreciate it, fam.
Now,
cause I want to kill this stupid ass narrative, bro. Cause it needs to die. Cause you know what happens is a lot of black folks feel insecure about the fact that Europeans were traveling. They developed the technology to travel by ship, but I was like, they needed to. It was necessity for them. We didn't need to do that shit. There was no necessity. You do things out of necessity. And I don't think like how people don't really understand that. What was the point of West Africans didn't need anything? Everything they needed was right there. And I point that out, and then folks, they still feel insecure. Like, I don't get it, bro. Africa was where Africa was all the shit was at.
Resources. What the hell they need to leave for?
They didn't, and they still got all the natural resources today. Why do you think everybody's in Africa today? That should tell you something. You guys read about Israel. A lot of the soil that they got to actually grow crops came from Uganda.
Yeah, I wouldn't
Tell you something. That tells you stuff, right? It tells you something. They got good soil. They got all the resources that you need. They're in a tropical climate, so they're not concerned about freezing. All the sunlight that they need. What the fuck do they need? They can fish if they need to. Plenty of food as far as animals. They knew how to. They knew about agriculture. What else did they need? I don't get it. Am I crazy or something? I don't get it. What was the purpose?
They need
Of them needing to go out to go exploit, huh?
They needed corn. They ain't had no corn.
Needed corn.
They had no corn. Popcorn. They wanted some popcorn, yo.
They needed corn. But nah, Cal, you're right. They had no reason to leave.
Hey, what was that? Was that Choctaw Map or was that Choctaw Mac or was that A Marvelous, the one who was trying to argue that Black Eyed Peas is from California? Which one of them niggas was trying to? I forgot which one of them niggas was trying to fight to try to say Black Eyed Peas is indigenous here.
I remember that. I think we ran through that shit quick though, because they'll stay on every point for an hour if you let them.
Even though the source said it came from West Africa, like, now I don't care about that. See right there? See where it says California? Like, it's after, bro. After. But you know how they look for anything, just like A Marvelous, you know what I'm saying? He looked for anything. He's still over there trying to deny. Sean won that bet 1,000,000 times.
He's still over there arguing in the chat.
A Marvelous?
Yeah. Somebody told me.
I don't see him. I don't see him.
Now to see get the notification if he is.
That shit crazy, yeah.
He said I get the notification.
No, but he kept pull up in the source. I'm like, bro, but everything you're reading kills you.
It doesn't matter.
L3 comes from Africa.
No. Y'all didn't catch it. He didn't care nothing about what the source was saying. He was stuck on page 5, yo. Page 5 overruled the entire conclusion.
Yeah, I remember he was saying Easton like what he did. He kept saying the conclusion is not the conclusion. He said, "Get to the finale." Like what?
Yeah, he said that. The conclusion was not the conclusion, yo. The conclusion was not his point. His point is on page 5.
Yeah. You don't get, with regards to what page 5 says, the conclusion is L3 is comes from Africa. That's it.
But the whole time the article was basically saying that M and N are out of Africa.
Yeah.
With L3 origin.
But look, and he kept confusing. He kept saying this hypothesis. The only part was the way Eminem traveled. That was the hypothesis part.
Yeah,
there wasn't no guess.
Yeah. It wasn't a north route. It was the south.
Yeah, that's the only which way it traveled. But the facts was they know it starts in Africa. They know it traveled out and it spread. That's it, and it became Eminem. That's what it's saying. That's it. He tried to take it. I don't know how many hours we spent on that shit.
Shit, in total?
No, it was been a comprehension issue because he was sitting there trying to say, see right here, this is where it says that it originated in Asia. It originated. Like, no, bro, no.
And even
everywhere he went, he killed him.
But look, in that page 5 paragraph, it gave 3 different. It basically worded 3 different times that it's a back migration, African colonizers. I forgot what other phrase they used, but
yeah, because they used the word return, right? They kept saying return.
I said return means that it left, bro, and came back.
Yeah, like 3 different times in that paragraph, he kept reading over and over. It referred to these people leaving from Africa and coming back. So none of it made sense. But that's the reading comprehension. Like in the headline, it says "Back to Africa." You have to be from there to go back to. You know what I'm saying? Like when
you see how mad he was, bro? You see how mad that motherfucker was serious, bro. He really believed this shit, bro. You see how angry that motherfucker was?
Everybody.
And he keep coming back. He really believed he winning, bro. That's the sad part.
Whoa.
This nigga really believe he winning, bro. He's still arguing this shit around. He really believes he won. That's the scary part, bro. Like, wow, bro. We motherfuckers need to go back to go learn literature and shit, bro. Go learn reading comprehension. Shit, oh my fucking god, bro. That shit is not that difficult. It's clear. It's concise, in my opinion. And maybe I'm missing something.
Nah, you're fine. Because everybody who read it, they understood that. Well, that's what they're saying. Everybody. So.
Yo, I gotta find this video, yo. I forgot what I named it. I clicked on what I thought it was. It wasn't, like 3 times.
Are you looking for that Atlantic video?
Nah, I'm looking for.
No, you trying to find that video about the lady in the Atlantic?
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Oh yeah, her, yeah.
Hey, and not a coincidence. You ever come across that pyramid nigga? Pyramid Earth nigga?
Who?
There were dude who plays. I forgot dude's name. He said he believed in the pyramid Earth. He actually said he created the model himself. He said he knows that it's true. He said I can show you why I came up with this conclusion. And then on top of that, this dude said he is a Hebrew Israelite Aboriginal Moor.
What the fuck?
Yeah, bro.
Yeah,
that Pan-Pseudo.
Bro, you gotta.
That's that Pan-Pseudo shit.
Yeah.
I told you.
You gotta take a break, bro.
That's why, listen, I strategically only talk about what is really, you know what I'm saying? Try to stay in that Black American history shit, because they'll take you everywhere. And I'm not trying to learn all that dumb shit. I don't need to.
Cali need a break, bro.
Bro, that nigga was cussing us out on Q Butter Channel, bro. Y'all niggas are stupid. I'm like, nigga, you said Earth is shaped like a pyramid. And we'll figure out, so no one's gonna slide down the pyramid, bro?
Where was you at, Cali? Where was you at?
I was on the panel, on this panel, we were arguing with this nigga. It was me and, whatchamacallit? What's his name again? I can't think of the name right now. A couple other cats. Even whatchamacallit was on there too. I'm having brain crap moment right now. But yeah, man, it was a couple of cats, and I even think Stuppies in it. Yeah, Stuppies, not Stuppies, but Jesus Christ was on there too. We were trying to argue and said nobody gonna fall off or slide down the pyramid Earth. And he was swearing up and down, man. No, man, ain't no such thing as gravity. There's no gravity, so we're not gonna slide down the pyramid Earth. Shit's stupid, bro. Then he was basically trying to. He made a mistake and said that, you know, you can sail from California to West Africa with ease. And then he tried to go back and say that he didn't say that. Like, nigga, you just said that shit, bro. You just said that dumbass shit.
You need a break, bro. You need to quit hopping on these panels, yo. You need a break. You gotta, hey, I'm telling you, you gotta listen to me. You gotta step away, get you like a week where you just don't deal with none of the stupid people's shows. I'm telling you, recalibrate. And then you come back, bro. You come back a new person.
Now, I took a couple of days off of that shit, man. Felt good.
Yeah, it do.
You know, man, that shit crazy than a motherfucker, bro. I'm like, bro, y'all listen to this shit, and guess who came on to say that he was right? Smoke Signal.
Yeah, get cosign from him is like getting the cosign from a crackhead. Yo, Sutek, what's the name of the show, bro? We was in there deep too. It was a bunch of us in there, bro. I was playing that joke. It was late one night. I got pissed. I was like, I'm gonna show you why motherfuckers want traveling across the water. Boom, play the video and all that. I done skipped.
Yeah, Sabio and Cujo were also on a panel with me too. Sabio and Cujo were on there. And we were making fun of him because this nigga was just talking crazy. No, he was dude said that you could plug. Earth has a plug, nigga. He said you could unplug Earth.
From what?
I said from the what? I asked him. I said, does Earth also have an uninterruptible power supply? And he started cussing at me. Then I said, nigga, this sounds stupid as fuck. So what happens when you unplug Earth?
Hold up, from the axis?
No, he talking about Earth has an actual plug, like a socket. You plug Earth up into a socket, bro.
Do you know what happened if Earth falls off its axis? If that was a thing, do you know what happened to us?
What's a wrap? It's a wrap. But he wasn't talking like that. He was talking about Earth has a cord and a fucking plug. Like you could turn it off like a TV or something.
Hey, Trevor. Yo, it's 500 and something shows on this Joker, bro. Is it on Kofi? I know I got the hold on. Let me go back into the email. I'll be able to find it. Tripping. I could have did this shit a long time ago. But damn, we got a lot of email.
Yeah, I'm gonna go on a pass up on these crazy motherfuckers. I'm gonna let you have them, Sean.
Nah, don't let me have them. They gotta see people, yo. Y'all got patience. I ain't got that. I ain't got that kind of patience. I get angry. I feel like I'm. You know
yeah, Sean gonna cuss him out. Sean gonna cuss him out.
Soon as I feel like somebody dumbing me down, yo, it's a war. I'll be ready to fight, yo. I ain't no cap.
So that Earth with a plug and extension cord not gonna work for you?
Hell no. Let me go look at our sent emails. I sit here and try to look at Voyage Bold Journeys. Oh, I wasn't supposed to say that. Oops.
Yeah, dude was talking about God gonna get mad and God to get mad and he'll unplug Earth. Like, bro, this shit. I said, bro, you gotta stop with this shit, bro. This shit's stupid.
What the fuck, God?
God will get mad and unplug Earth. You hear that? Not a coincidence. God, when he gets mad, he gonna unplug Earth.
Yeah, bro,
Yeah,
I got it
shit is
right
crazy.
here. I got it right
That shit
here.
is ridiculous.
What's the name? I received an email from you. Yeah, this her right here, yo. She gave it to me. The name of it: Revisiting the Unscholarly Work of Jeremiah Judah. Yeah, boy. Yeah, I wasn't gonna never find it. That's why I ain't find it. I'm gonna give you her video, yo. I ask that you put this link in the description. Yeah, sure will. Yeah. All right, so look, real quick. I'm not gonna show the whole thing, but yeah. You chat about your forehead, yo. But this video right here, yo, no cap. I'm gonna give it to y'all. I'm gonna put in the chat, private and public. Check this video out. This video got 4.9 million views, yo. Look, rowing 3,000 miles, bro. I said around the globe, I was lying. Rowing, what I was talking about. Rowing 3,000 miles, yo. 3,000 miles. From Africa to South America, which is the closest distance, is 4,000 miles. Something like that. But I want y'all to watch this heifer, yo. Not heifer. I want y'all to watch this. Yeah, I want y'all to watch this heifer, yo. Look at this. She knew her distance and everything. You see what I'm saying? Like, she knew what she was doing, yo. Like, the whole 9 yards. She had that type of technology.
And she had the advantage. So you said, yeah, you're talking about she had the advantages. The Africans wouldn't have known, and they wouldn't even have the technology. They had nothing on this in their favor.
None of this shit. None of it. Watch this video, yo. You know what I'm saying? Her name's Laura. You know, this is my email exchange back and forth with her when they hit me with a strike. She helped get it taken care of. It was all love. But watch this video. No cap. Y'all missed a whole lot, bro. Shoot, I've been live almost 4 hours. Watch this video about rowing. And you tell me if you think somebody in a canoe could come across the Atlantic. I'll do that. Let me know when y'all watch that. And then anyone who want to argue, we can deal with it.
Yep, I'm gonna send that right to some motherfuckers on Facebook. I hope they try to challenge this shit. So I'm gonna invite them right over.
They're gonna challenge it. They're gonna challenge it.
You talking about the melanin helped them get across?
Yeah, don't say that shit because y'all see that nigga in the chat, yo. This mug is cold-blooded, bro. Like, listen. It's bad, man. I don't know why people think what they think. Let me show y'all something. Let me show y'all how violent the Atlantic Ocean is. This is how violent the Atlantic Ocean is, y'all. Look at this. Look at this. You finna tell me there's 6 Africans in a canoe, because there wasn't no canoes that was bringing 100 people over here. You finna tell me 6 Africans with no amount of water to drink, no amount of food to eat, because they don't know. No amount of certain resources for them to make it across the Atlantic. They gonna take on some shit like this. I'm gonna give y'all 20 seconds of this. Look at this. And this is a big ass rig. Look. You finna tell me that they gonna take on wave after wave after in the middle of the Atlantic Ocean. This is a Coast Guard.
And not a coincidence. I sent you some videos like this from IG, and I was saying, and they trying to say that we made it, bro. And we get the Africans made it across. There's some damn river boats. They're like, nigga, please.
Nah, they
Bro,
crazy.
listen, bro. I seen the Atlantic flip some of these boats.
Yep. I seen it do the same thing. Capsize, bro.
But the boat will turn right back. It'll turn right back over. Because it's some in the boats that are allowed to turn back over. Because when it's upside down, it's light or something. I don't know. Something had to do with it. Look at that. Look at that mug. Look how high it is off it.
Yep.
Come on, yo.
Look at all the water. Look at all the water that the ship is taking.
Come on, man. You talking about somebody in a canoe? No, it's throwing them off.
Not only would it capsize it would have completely destroyed the canoe, bro. It would have destroyed it.
Bro, they did.
Broken it up into pieces.
They did as soon as that mug go way up in the air like that. Look at that wave.
Yep.
Kiss your AWS goodbye. It's over. Look at that. You underwater with no lifeguard jacket, no life jacket on, none of that. You ain't got nobody to call. You finna tell me you finna do 4,000 miles of that?
Nope.
Talk about your mama next.
Heck, not even all the ships the slave ships made it. A lot of slave ships fucking wrecked and were destroyed in the Atlantic. And we're talking about superior technology at that time. So it's insane. It's ridiculous, bro. When you point that out, like I said before, man, I was reading about one ship that was coming from West Africa had 400 gallons of water. You need a lot of water. You got to have enough water in order for a chance, and you got to bring food with you. But the thing, Africans wouldn't have known how long it was going to take to get across. They were just going to do it all on the whim, according to some of these folks, or they had some type of knowledge. But if you never been over there, how would you know how long it's going to take? You wouldn't know,
bro. In those 15th century boats, it took almost 30 days to travel across the Atlantic. In a canoe, you would have to at least double, if not triple that, because you're pedaling.
And some of those trips took 2 months. Sean, some of them took 2 months.
Yeah, some of them took 2 months. So that's why I'm saying you got to double and triple. So what I'm showing you here, what I'm trying to get you to realize is this: is when you watch certain things, you need to understand what you're watching. And then when you hear certain things, you need to put the reality back into that. How violent was the Atlantic Ocean? Right? People still don't understand. So let me see. Let me pull up and see if I can get this oceanography source real quick. I'm gonna pull this up.
Yeah, you ain't lying, Oklahoma. Yeah, those canoes can only go out so far. They can't leave straight too far away from shore.
Right. And that's on both sides.
You'll see that now. You'll see if they won't go too far out. They'll go out far enough where they can fish, but it's not too far away. They're not going to go out. They only go out maybe 4 or 5 miles or something like that. Think about as far as they'll go out. They're not going to go any further than that. It's a danger at that point. They're not going to do that. So that's why I said this whole idea, like it needs to be killed. I mean, it's been debunked already, but people are out here still trying to believe that this thing that it actually took place, that it actually happened. But you see no evidence in the Americas of this shit. But just the ideal of them making it across is insane alone. And the technology that they had at the time in order to try to go into the sea, they didn't have technology that was good enough. Those canoes were they were so low that the water, that any type of wave, it would have taken on water immediately.
So there's
Even tiny waves.
There's this video that I need to I want to play this mug so bad, but not the PBS be eating. But it's called the Sex Explosion. It's a explosion that many people don't talk about. If y'all got time to watch that, it's only 6 minutes. And it's the other explosion you should know about. And just watch that. Get some reality. Get some reality of what that's referring to. That comes up off a source regarding the ocean. And I'm gonna give y'all this source too, because this says the ocean through time. And it just talks about life, how things evolved in the water. And there's several videos that are also attached to this source. So it ain't just a bunch of reading. It's gonna be some shit in there that you're gonna be able to watch as well. Because PBS is linked to this particular source. And this is some good stuff for y'all to know. Yo, Tyson. Bro. You just came in here, yo. You already snoring, yo. You're tripping. But there were the information on that. $3 billion years ago, oceans could have been up to 165 feet higher. Y'all need to know how violent that ocean is, man. Yo, now to see what they talking about. Still don't know?
Nah, they just watching that shit from Sarnetta. One part I was checking out that was funny. Top Cat tried to bring up Cujo Lewis and saying the story was plagiarized, but he got checked because the author actually used work from somebody else who actually interviewed him, and the criticism about it was she didn't cite the work properly. It wasn't about plagiarism really, but yeah, they just really watching the what happened on Sarnetta. Well, but you know about about Cujo Lewis and the author Barracoon, where they say that she had got the work from somewhere else.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but she actually got it from somebody else's interview, so I don't see what the problem is. Of him. It's not like, you know what I'm saying? So it don't make no sense. Like if you interview Callie and I use something out of your interview, but I'm talking about Callie, how does that? I'm still getting a eyewitness account, right? The first-hand account. So he got beat up on that though. And then he left. Chris Harris. He was quick with it too. So he definitely got him on that. But yeah,
Well, Chris went after who? Who did Chris go after?
It was him and Top Cats. Top Cats was bringing up the Cujo Lewis story, basically trying to say it was plagiarized.
Yeah, I know. I've heard that one before.
Yeah,
but
it's not.
No, it's not. They got they got first-hand accounts of this shit. This is stupid.
Yeah,
his
but
own words.
It's other people though. He's not the only one. They act like he's just the only survivor of that. No.
He ain't the only one. I tell you that.
Yeah. So bringing up Cujo Lewis don't even make sense in the Cotillo. You might just leave that shit alone.
Nigga's crazy, yo.
Not just that, but his family is speaking about the story. Like they've had, they got all the information from their elders. Like I'm talking about his descendants are still around. This shit is stupid as fuck, bro.
It's the same
But
thing
you
when
know, you
Abba
got
say
a
my
million.
grandma said. When the
Yeah,
Abba say my grandmother told me, it's the same thing. But that situation is actually backed by evidence. You know
Yep,
what I'm saying?
facts.
So
We actually have the Clotilda. We know that we have evidence of that. We actually see the ship. We could actually see that ship at the bottom. Which river that was in? I think what's the name of the river that it's in? I forgot the name of the river that it's sitting in. Or at the bottom of the river, at the bottom of the river floor. So we can actually go. We can literally go get that. We can go get the remains from that ship right now. We know where it's at. So it's fucking dumb, bro. But this is the world that Abba's living.
More, like I was saying on the other show, we can get more remains if we had the tools that these oceanographers have to be able to go and do what needed to be done. You know, that's not important to America. That you know what
it's
I mean?
not. I saw the Samuel Jackson documentary, and they got the remains of a ship that was off the coast of Brazil, and they got all these different artifacts that were on the ship, spoons. I think they even found like some cups or some other shit like that. They found a bunch of different artifacts from that ship, and I think they even found some sterling silver off that ship. It's ridiculous, bro. Like I said, man, he said, but where's the ship? The ship fucking wrecked. What do you expect to be left of the ship? It wrecked.
Not
like a wrecked ship.
all wrecked. Some of them was blew up.
Yeah, some of them blew up. Yeah,
they sunk a lot of ships.
That's facts. But on top of that too, some of those ships, after a while, we ever heard of wood rot? Like wood is supposed to last forever. I think I read something like the ships only last for something like 7 to 11 years as a whole. Why the fuck would we think it's split?
They won't remain intact. They'll remain. You'll find pieces or evidence of it. So that's why when they were finding like certain bolts, certain hinges, and stuff like that,
they found shackles.
Yeah, that was evidence that could be confiscated from those floor beds. And notice that every time that they used divers, those divers wasn't going too far, 50 feet. You know what I'm saying?
No.
100, not even 100 feet. They were finding shit on the floorboards because that was real close.
No, I mean, in some of those places where you find like some of the ship parts, you would have to use some of the technology when humans wouldn't be able to go down there because of the pressure. So, in order to gather some of the artifacts from some of the sunken ships, that's the reality of, unfortunately, a lot of ships out there that are still in the Atlantic today. So, yeah, but according to Abos, that's all bullshit. And it's amazing though. Like I said, they asked for where the ships for us, but where are the European ships that brought over all those Europeans over? We have pictures of some of them getting off, videos or something. But what about in the 18th century though? Where were the pictures of that then? So when you say that, when those Europeans be indigenous, if you go by their logic, right?
Yep.
Yeah, they're here. They flew over here, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah, man. So look, man, I'm about to go mess with the dogs. It's about that time for me, man. I don't know if you're going live now to see or what the case may be. But
nah, yeah, I'm definitely gonna do a live. I got some shit I gotta handle real quick, but we definitely coming back.
Okay. What time?
It's 5:31 or 5:23 where I'm at. I'll probably say I want to start like 7.
Okay, about an hour and a half.
Yeah, about an hour and a half, which is 2:30. That's 2:23 my time right now. So, yeah, I'll be home by then.
Yeah, well,
Yeah,
shit.
appreciate that, man.
Catch everybody on Not a Sea, yo. We gonna make sure y'all pop out. For now, I
Yeah,
guess.
Sean, but good shit, Sean, especially on the as far as the Africans being able to go across the Atlantic, man. That's some good shit right there. Real good shit.
It's all kind of things that when you put reality, when you when you come off YouTube and you get back into the real world, you'll see that shit fade quick. That shit fades quick, bro.
Yeah, that goes across. That goes for them abos claiming to have brought indigenous people over to the Americas as well. All the little stories that you guys got, the ones you guys are saying that Aboriginals from Central America populated Nigeria. That's like stupid ass stories like that. This goes both ways.
Yeah. All right, man. I'll catch y'all later, man. Y'all take it easy. Again, man, make sure y'all go cop Chavis' book.
Yeah, I gotta check that out, definitely.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Y'all make sure y'all get that book right there, yo.
All right, for sure.
Yeah, that's significant. But
Word, peace in the chat. Y'all be safe. I'll catch y'all in a little bit, man.
Yeah. See y'all in about an hour, yo, hour and a half, yo, on Not a Sea channel. Peace out.
Peace.
Merging. Your boy merging. My word surfacing, nigga, I got a different purpose. Different purpose. My word surfacing, nigga, I got a different purpose. I started with $1 in a dream, yeah. I made plays, had to squat up with my team, yeah.